She gets abused daily.
And we're on. We're just talking about shoving a cat in the camera. Hello, stream.
Yeah. Hi, stream.
How's it going?
How's everyone doing? As we get finished set, I mean we're mostly finished setting up, but then we're all just confused for a few minutes, you know, the normal tabletop thing.
Oh, that's supposed to be limited to just tabletop?
Maybe.
I'm gonna make sure you guys' audios are balanced.
Hey, you
So if anybody's
guys,
quiet stream, let me know. Scrapper, thank you for 36 months. Holy shit. Let's go. I don't have alerts on because I'm posting this to YouTube, but yay.
I thought there was a way to pop out to Twitch chat.
There is a way to. I think you have to be on moderator screen. Screen. This is gonna be a long night.
Oh, Brian, where you hit chat for enter, there's a gear, pop out chat.
Yeah, I knew there was.
Yes, hello stream. Welcome to session 3 of Deadlands. If you missed last week, we do have a recap command that just has my TLDR version of it. It's not super cohesive, but it gets the point across. Also, if you ever want to watch back, these are on my VODs for about 2 months, and also they'll be up on YouTube. So, yeah.
I saw the first one on YouTube.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it, but I saw it was there.
Yeah, you were kind of there, so. Yeah.
Also, I'm still just reveling in the fact that that is another tech thing I helped figure out. Very proud of myself.
Which one?
The helping Brian with the pop out chat.
Ah, oh man, the Luddite figured it out. Let's go.
Hello, Napo. Would you like to leave?
Unfortunately, we are missing someone this week.
Yeah, we're gonna be down Ethan this session. Some personal things came up. But hopefully he'll be around next time. Which, you know, running tabletops is bound to happen.
Which is why I'm all by myself down here on stream. But cool.
Right.
Do we want to do a little recap from last session and a half, maybe?
Yep, and I have been posting my recaps in Kathy's streaming Discord. So I'll be posting those whenever I write them up. A little bit more in detail. I don't know how detailed Kathy's are, but
mine is not super detailed. Very TLDR.
So, you know, if you haven't already, you should totally join that Discord server.
I think I have a command for that. Clark, how are you always... You're just so quiet.
I don't know. I think I'm usually very loud as myself, as a person.
all right. So last we left off on Tales from the Deadlands. After trying to ambush the waterfaring gator bandits from the Delta Queen, Posse engaged in pitched combat, trying to avoid being shelled by a 6-pound muzzleloader black powder cannon.
Which we did. We did avoid
that. Yeah, they wound up being relatively unscathed from that encounter. There's a few, you know, nicks, bruises, cuts, and whatnot. And everybody made it out of that encounter. Lulu, however, which is Static's character,
It's me.
wound up getting separated from the group, and I think DT did for a little bit, but he kind of found his way back quicker. While trying to track their movements, Lulu ran into a strange voice in the swamp that was conversating with her.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, nothing nefarious there. After a bit of time, she managed to meet back up. Everybody kind of checked each other over, patched each other up after they felt safe enough and away from the pirates. And then Luke led them to his secret stash boat, which was totally not a trap like he told them.
To be clear, he told us it wasn't a trap.
Yeah.
And it actually wasn't.
I,
Well done.
yeah. You guys are like, oh man, I hope this isn't a trap. I hope we don't have to kill you.
No, he's a sweet boy. He just doesn't know any better.
Yeah, he's just a little dumb. It's okay. Everybody wound up piling on the boat, a little bit cramped with so many people, and saw that it had a very, very small motor. Luke wound up pulling the boat down the river for a while just to like make some more distance without as much noise. Eventually turned it back on, and in about an hour, you guys made your way towards Red Stick, or Nouveau Baton Rouge is its official name. People call it Red Stick. Um, he got you guys in there pretty much easy peasy. Let people in the guard towers know that you were with them, and then proceeded to take you guys up to the sheriff's office, where you guys met the local law dogs of Deputy Russell Comfort, who's kind of gave you guys a little bit of the grilling in the beginning to just kind of see where you were. Luke vouched for you guys, kind of let him know what was going on. And then Russell wound up talking to Evelyn Renard, who is the sheriff. She eventually wanted to talk to you guys as well. And after some brief but unexpected pleasantries from her, because she knows Ken from her past, so those two know each other. She offered them some, meals for a day or two and a place to rest their heads, and offered them with a conundrum of helping the town at least defend themselves from the uh, impending raiders that'll probably wind up showing up in their neck of the woods before too long. Everybody was a little bit not on edge, but kind of pondering it over. Kent very much so. Heard somebody needs help, so.
I was gonna say, you say conundrum and pondering. This is a very simple answer to all this.
But the posse was going to go to the local saloon, which is Shady Sadie's Saloon. It's usually the only thing that's really open too late because one of the other townsfolk, Mr. Tinsdale, who runs the actual electricity in the town with the generators and whatnot, who is Luke's boss, usually turns the generators off at night, saves energy, and makes them not as much noise for them to be targets of things late at night when everyone's asleep. So that is where we left off, where everyone was going to be heading towards the saloon.
Alright. Sit. So the first round will be on me. Num, you can have as many drinks as you want. In fact, just have them all. Have all the drinks, Num.
Boy's just gonna be passed out.
Num kind of spastically with some, eyes, looks at you and just nods his head. And if you guys look at the map down below, I got the little map of the town. Shady Sadie's is actually just a couple rope bridge walks away from where you guys are at. Because you guys are actually up on that third story of Raynard's office, and then the top one is more of like a living quarters. They have some extra rooms on the fourth floor, and then the third floor is on the far like left side of it is where their jail is. And by jail, it's literally just a couple janitor's closets with doors that lock.
Do what you gotta do.
Hey, it works.
Oh
All
my
right.
God, Napa.
But Evelyn just kind of like shows you, points you the way on the rope bridges. And for your reference, so like you can kind of see, it's a relatively clear night tonight. You can kind of see like the connectivity of the bridges and all the buildings. Most of the first story, essentially, which is more than that, but from what you can see from where the docks are, is like the first floor. I don't know if you remember, but I had said most of those are empty just in case water rises, so they don't have anything down there that gets damaged. But there are several other floors underneath this, probably about from the rope bridges to the water, anywhere from 40 to 60 feet in some places.
Don't fall in.
No. Won't fall in. Don't plan on having that many drinks. At least I don't. None might.
You would think that they would have sleeping quarters closer to the saloon, especially with these people stumbling off these rafts.
Well, usually Sadie cuts people off after too long. You know, everybody, we're a pretty tight knit community, so you know, people take care of each other here.
Well, let's head on down and get some drinks. We'll start.
Evelyn kind of nods her head and says she'll see you guys in the morning whenever you wake up. Just think about the offer that she has given you.
5:30 a.m. Okay.
What?
That's,
Yeah, for
that's
reference, it's probably around, we'll say like 10-ish, 10 p.m.
Do you
So,
not wake up at 5:30 every morning?
Not every morning. Not unless I have to. That's early.
Yeah, it's morning.
Ugh.
Like clockwork.
Ugh.
You already know I don't wake up that early.
No, you don't. You're a real pain in the ass to get up and going sometimes.
Some of us appreciate our sleep.
I do too. Not my fault I wake up then.
Now, come on. I need. Napa.
as you guys are moving across the walkways, you can, like I said, you can kind of see them all throughout the town. You can hear the generator is starting to get powered down. You can see it because there's like actual electricity and light in a lot of the buildings. You see they start to kind of like to go out, and you can see in different spots there's like lanterns and things that start getting lit. And as you do so, like Sadie's is well lit on the inside. It's like kind of like a little bit of a beacon in this dark night of firelight. As you guys get closer, you can start to hear kind of like, you know, the lull of people talking, you know, like bar noises as you get closer. And you start hearing sound of like a piano and an accordion playing some like kind of like Creole Southern style music. Well,
All right.
I like it so far.
Go through the doors and make our way inside.
Yeah, I'll let you go first, because usually if I walk the door first, people just kind of stare at me.
Well, it's because you're so damn handsome.
I mean, I think some of us are just gonna get stared at. It's
Oh, dear.
Waggle's arm.
Yeah. Not wrong.
I
Oh
mean,
shit! You're missing an arm.
also, we're strangers. We're new. We're all gonna get stared at.
That's fair.
As you guys make your way in on the upper level, there's kind of like a hallway. You can see a couple doors and rooms up there, and they have like keep out, blah blah blah, Sadie's room. It just kind of has like painted wooden signs like leading to where you would go downstairs. You can smell the smell like it's not super musky, but that bar smell of like old beer and like what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of like the smell of like high spirited alcohol.
There's a little bit of BO because people come in here after a long day of work.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so.
A little bit.
It's like a little bit musky, but like nothing too terrible. Because this is definitely a meeting place for people after a hard day taking care of the town. As you guys kind of make your way onto like the balcony upper area, you can see there's like some pool tables, other kind of like bar accoutrement throughout there. You can see this largish grand piano the lady's playing on, and you see an older gentleman, uh, gray hair, probably in his mid 40s, um, overalls, piece of like buckwheat sticking out of his mouth, just kind of playing the accordion along with the piano. There are a few people in here now, probably I'd say about 10 to 15. But as you guys were kind of walking on the walkways, you could see that there are more people like from different parts of the districts in town making their way over to the saloon.
So it's definitely where everybody goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Evelyn had told you guys before, like usually they don't cook food for like after hours. But if you guys were hungry, just let Sadie know that Evelyn had sent you guys for that, and I believe she also offered you guys a first round of drinks as well.
She did.
She did, but she can get the second one, because I said I'd get the first.
You can see there are like two servers kind of like going around just talking with everybody, getting drink orders and whatnot. And then you can see a younger lady behind the bar who kind of has the air of like I own this place.
Okay.
That you would assume is Sadie. And here is her token so you guys can see what she looks like down on the map.
I'm gonna lean over to DT. I bet that is Meredith. Looks like a Meredith, don't she?
I can see that.
Out of character. Why are these people so hot? Boom.
I don't know because these are the reference arts I found. But yeah, so there's a handful of things to do if you guys want to like play some like bar games. They have like a mostly full set of like darts, some cornhole that has been like definitely made. Or you can just sit and drink and chat. You see a bunch of the different patrons just kind of look like your typical wasters from different walks of life. Some of them, covered in dirt from farming. Um, some people look a little bit more like Luke, like they might be part of the recyclers. Just normal everyday people.
Just a bunch of
Alright.
dudes.
Bunch of dudes. Alright, what's everyone drinking? Whiskey?
Yeah.
Whiskey. Pointing over at DT. Whiskey?
Whiskey works for me. I'm gonna make sure he gets some food.
Lulu, whiskey?
You too, Bruce.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think they have spook
Alright.
juice?
They might have spook juice.
As you guys kind of like sit down at a table, I'm assuming Ken's gonna go up and like order.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
As you do, you can see Sadie make eye contact with you and kind of like stop what she's doing and come up from out around the bar. Because like as you guys kind of sit down, you get that like lull of a second of everybody just kind of like doing their thing and just kind of like turns and looks at you because
It's like
Nope.
these are strangers.
Uh-huh.
But you see her kind of like walking up to you. She's got a glass in hand and she's kind of cleaning it out.
Is she approaching the table or?
Yeah,
just
like
up
as
to
you are getting up to go put in your order, she's gonna kind of like meet you halfway.
Alright. Howdy.
Evening, sugar. Ain't seen you folks around here before.
Because we ain't been here before. My name's Kent. Kent Kane. Old friend of Sheriff Evelyn.
Oh, okay. You see her kind of like put the rag in the glass and put it in her hand and reach her hand out to shake your hand.
Take it, shake it back.
Sadie McGregor, you know, owner of Shady Sadie Saloon. Well, it's good that you're friends with Evelyn. I was a little bit worried there for a second.
Ain't nothing to worry about. We ain't mean no trouble. We're just looking to come in after a long several days out in the swamps and dealing with a bit of raiders.
We got lost.
And got lost, and we'd like to have some libations, please. And I was just coming up to place an order.
Oh, absolutely. Well, follow me back here. She kind of like turns with you and kind of like puts her hand on the small of your back to lead you up to the bar.
All right.
Well, we ain't got too much as for drinks. We got several some of them recycling boys found some foodstuffs and some drinks couple weeks back. We got a couple kegs of beer that's still pretty good. We got some homemade corn mash whiskey. It's not the best if I'm being honest, but you know, it gets the job done.
Yeah.
Probably better than I've been experimenting with some of the vegetables we grow, and I've been making some vodka out of potatoes. So if that tickles your fancy as well.
You know, I never much had taste for vodka comparatively, but that old corn whiskey does sound kind of. That sounds a bit nice on my end. So we're gonna do 4 orders, 4 shots of the corn whiskey, and I know the big fella and the other fella over there. I know it's late. If you're able to get them any kind of food, it'd be appreciated. If not, we understand. Evelyn did say it was getting a little late. And do you have my small friend over there? She's a bit more rowdy, or not rowdy, adventurous in other sorts. Do you guys have any spook juice?
No, we don't. That would be not here for drinking anyhow. Anything along those lines, I think that sounds like something up Mr. Tinsdale's purview.
I understand it might not be part of your regular thing. If you happen to have any, uh, if you happen to have any on the premises, I'd be willing to pay extra or whatever it would be for a simple shot. But if
Yeah.
not, I ain't gonna push.
Unfortunately, darling, I don't. But it not many
Quiet
folks
grumbling.
ask to drink that kind of stuff. So
Oh, like I said, she's a bit more adventurous.
fair enough.
She could probably hold her booze better than all of us.
She kind of like eyes over at Lulu.
And she's like
Just
still
kinda
half
like-
behind Kent, like
Yeah. But like Sadie's like definitely kind of taking you all in, just like looking you over.
So I guess we'll do 5 shots of the corn whiskey.
Fair enough. I'll get that up for you. And I'll talk to Cletus. I know he was cleaning up the kitchen here just a little bit ago, but if I'll see what if we got anything we can whip up food
Uh,
wise for y'all.
if you needed, hey Lulu, oh shit, you're right here. Fuck,
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
I thought you were back at the table. Shit,
Mm-mm.
damn. Do you still got any of that like swamp rat meat?
Yes.
If
I
you guys
believe
don't,
everybody should.
Yeah, everybody's got like a pound of it.
yeah, we could just get that cooked up. Maybe if like if you guys need something like 2 hungry boys over there, I'm willing to. We give you. I know it's a bit of a faux pas to bring your own food to a restaurant, but
Oh, not at all. That actually makes things probably a little bit easier. So
Lulu's just gonna slowly reach into her bag and like it's not exactly wrapped meat.
yeah,
It's just
it's just in
out
there
of the
wet.
bag.
Bag meat.
Just she's not proud of it, but it's not that old a meat, you know.
We got it earlier today.
Look,
yeah, it's only a few
I'm
hours.
okay. I'm okay with the Lulu combo #1. I just give me the #1 combo, and I'll
Hey,
eat it.
Just
hey, wait a minute.
not proud of the fact that it's just in her bag, but hands it over.
Yeah, that could be my. That could be. You could
I
give
don't
her
know.
my pound.
I don't know if you have a plate or something I can set this on.
He like ducks underneath the the bar for a second, kind of rummages around, and like pulls out a little bit of a platter.
What's the flag? They're gonna cook it. It'll get clean when it's cooked.
Set it down. I didn't want to just hand it to her.
That's fair. Anyway, miss, how much would this all run me?
The shots would be
And the meals too.
meals since you're providing most of the meat. You got is this all you want cooked? You got more there, sugar.
Lulu's just gonna turn around and look at the others who also should have random meat in their bags.
I don't know if we hear the
No.
conversation. I imagine I'm just vibing back there talking to people. Or just looking
Num
around.
Num kind of like looks up and around, like toddles over to you guys real quick. Yeah, checking it on the engine of the boat. Yeah, that didn't work. So
Oh, hey, Num, you like vodka?
sure.
Give this man a bottle of vodka. I'll pay for that too.
And Lulu will just kind
Oh.
of go over to DT and Bruce, be like, they're willing to cook the meat, the rat meat, if you guys want to bring that over.
Sweet, I offer mine up.
Yeah.
They're just handing
Well,
over
back
meat
to-
to Lulu.
Just stack it up. There you go.
She'll just go back and set it on top of the platter. Just 5 pounds of rat meat.
What do you picture just now? Just Lulu walking up holding the meat.
Everybody's probably staring at him at this point.
It's not that weird. Stuff goes in bags.
Yeah, but he
That's
uses like
true.
a plastic bag, not just. I have to wash out my spy bag.
Okay.
Hey, you do what you gotta do to get by, you know, and that's okay. She just kind of like chuckles at you all, just spazzing out a little bit.
I say you say you all like
Uh,
it's not just Lulu.
It's fine.
all together, a bottle, cooking up. Cletus will probably throw some veggies in there for y'all.
That'd be
5 shots, a bottle. We'll say 15-inch trade. That sounds pretty fair.
alright. Random shot in the dark, y'all. You wouldn't happen to have any smokes for sale, would you?
Not officially, but I have some myself if you were looking for something.
Oh, maybe as he like puts out on the back of his hand the fucking cigarette he was finishing up smoking. I might. So here I got cash. Okay.
I mean, nobody really uses cash, but I get what you mean. Trade's good.
I hand her 15. Or I give her 20. 'Cause
In trade.
I have money, Brian.
I mean, people don't really have. So, like, the money that you get from game is
Trade.
essentially in trade stuff. So it's like random bits and bobs worth that much money.
All
Because
right. Well,
money, aside from in junkyard, money is not used anywhere aside from like toilet paper and stuff.
gotcha. Hey, you could roll
For-
your weed with this. Uh,
just for player references.
yeah, I give her 20. Fuck it, 25. Like for the like tip.
Oh, you see her kind of like fish out of her pocket, and she just kind of slides a cigar across the table at you. There you go.
Mighty kind. I have to get a different prop for a cigar, Brian. This is Sharpie. Well, thank you.
I'll bring that out when it's ready for you. She goes over, dips behind, pulls out a mostly clear bottle. Got kind of, have you ever seen like cold pressed juices? Got kind of like that pulpiness in it a little bit. So it's got like little bits of potato pulp in it. But the bottle of vodka, and then she pours you guys all uh, pretty hefty. She actually pulls out double shot glasses and pours you guys double shots of the whiskey. Kind of slides that over to you. And I'll go talk to Cletus for you. Y'all enjoy yourself. It doesn't seem like y'all are going to cause too many problems, so
No,
that's good for me.
not at all. Thank you.
She just gives you both like a wink and a smile and heads off into the kitchen.
Bring the drinks over. Lulu, carry. I need you to carry 2 of them. We'll head back to the table. Oh shit, they're right behind us. Hey guys, here's your drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, here, DT. Bruce.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, here's the strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
Bruce just making a funny face. That tastes good.
Bruce sips it.
Everything's mixed drink, but he's like,
Yeah, it's not the finest stuff, but I mean, like,
work.
breathe. Just focus on breathing.
Praise it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she said they had corn whiskey and a few casks of beer, and then Num's testing out the vodka over there.
So the
That's-
corn mash whiskey, like it burns a lot, but it actually doesn't taste that bad. It's got some different kind of like I wouldn't say floral, but like spiced tastes to it.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like if Everclear was Fireball. Is the best way I can explain. So not terrible, but it's definitely like a punch in
Punch
the
in the
chest.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll wake you up and get you going.
It reminds me of stuff made back home in my youth.
You see Gnome kind of like uncork the vodka, kind of like look it over, overanalyze it a bunch, kind of sniff it, And you see him just take like a really big pull and drinks about a fourth of the bottle in one pull. Slams it down. And just kind of like zones out.
He's gonna sleep real good.
Oh, he's already.
Already gone.
He hasn't eaten anything yet either. He tried like those slabs with the rat meat bacon cooked off the boat motor, but like that ain't enough. Anyway, since we already grilled him a bunch, let's not pester him too much.
Yeah, Num seems like he's in his own world right now. Like you see him kind of like looking around at everything.
Num has fully disassociated, no longer identifies with his body.
Are we sure that wasn't smooth juice?
No, she said they didn't have any. Plus, I think you would have smelled it when he uncorked it. I think he's just a little different. So, what do you guys think about Evelyn's request?
I mean, I already know you're doing it, so.
Yeah, well, I can't make anybody do nothing.
Do we got time for that, DT? I'm okay with it.
I mean, we already cleaned up what we were going down to do. I believe.
Helping your buddy out, right?
Yeah.
Was Alex? Was that right, or what was the name?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
That's good.
It just depends, though. We got to have some kind of plan or
I
something
agree.
because, like, we're just going into a firefight at this point.
Well, the good
Which I'm
news
not
is,
good at. I should know.
yeah, but you have plenty of other strengths. I saw what you did to those other fellows.
Yeah.
To
I gotta
earlier.
get close though. That's the problem.
Well, the good news is, yeah, we're gonna be outmanned, but I don't think we're gonna be too outgunned, save for the boat. They seem to be mostly held up with old firearms, which I'm wondering where they found that many of that.
That'll still work.
Yeah, well, less moving parts. I'm sure they got somebody that could fix them up, but I've seen groups and bandits run around with mismatch. I've like those aren't the first flintlocks I've seen, but I'm used to seeing like a whole
Array.
menagerie of weapons.
But they also have a cannon.
Yeah, that's the
That's true.
well, I think it would. Um, the cannon's stuck to the boat, and they can't. I don't imagine they stay on the boat the whole time.
Do you think they carry the cannons off, or?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is, if we go to a place, if we can find where they shack up, that's not in the boat,
Oh,
then
I see.
the cannon might not be a factor. If we find a base of operations.
Yeah, it looks like it took a whole bunch
What's
of them to rotate it.
what's the possibility we're able to just hobble the boat as well?
Hey,
That could eliminate the threat for a while too.
If we can eliminate them, though, we could get the boat. Right?
We don't know how
I
many there
never
are.
fired a cannon.
I mean, there were several dozen of them, and we don't know if there's more of them in some kind of home camp.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, we saw at least 2 dozen.
And for your guys' reference, like the Delta Queen, so it's big, probably big enough to hold like most, if not all, of the people in this town. So like,
It's a big. Oh, it's a big,
it's a
big
it's a
riverboat.
big riverboat.
Yeah,
Like-
we
like
2
the-
dozen came off the boat at us, and there was still the oars, and still the
Yep.
people turning the cannons. Cannon.
Yeah, right.
And you'd
We're
say that
visibly disappointed.
like Lulu, you could probably see at least 10 oars on each side.
Got it.
Well, they were looking to take people for.
Oh,
They have captives. They have slaves.
Likely the people rowing the boat, yeah. At least,
So
assuming.
I would prefer to not just sink the boat then.
It's just a fun thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you could huck a fucking chunk of rock like you did at the rats, but just throw it in the barrel of the cannon.
I can try.
Or something.
So like not making eye contact with you, just like tuned into your conversation but not paying attention to you guys. You just hear Num kind of say really quickly, I'm just really surprised they keep firing that cannon so much. It's old, and if they don't know how to take care of it, it'll probably break.
Mhm.
And he's just kind of like off somewhere else.
Since they're using all of that type of stuff, they may have someone with them that only knows how to mess with that stuff as well.
It's a very particular area of knowledge. Well,
Do you think
We
the
just-
boat
Brian,
has
when we're-
anything other than the people powering it? Because even if we get on the boat, potentially sneak on the boat and not deal with several dozen people, see if the folks rowing the boat are, chained to it, or just there's guards watching them, or whatever the case may be. We might be able to get a few more people on our side. They probably won't be armed, but it'll at least stop the boat.
Henry, what
That
were
would
you?
that would involve someone sneaking on the boat to do that, but
Yeah.
While we're talking, I want to kind of look around and see what kind of condition these people are in. I assume since they have their own food source, they're fairly well fed. I just want to look around and kind of observe.
Uh, yeah, just go ahead and give me a flat cognition.
I got an 11.
Looking around, there's different people from all walks of life. For the most part, they are in pretty good condition. Some people have some, bangs and bruises here and there, but nothing extraneous. They look like a pretty well put together little town. Well fed. Nobody's like malnourished. Like there's, people from anywhere from like obviously there's not kids in here right now, but anywhere from like younger to older as well. But all in all, pretty good. a lot of the mid to older age people look pretty toned. They look like your standard like blue collar like farm worker. Like people work to what you would assume is people work to make their keep here.
Are they trading things for liquor or whatever they're drinking or
Yeah,
trying to?
so some folks you're not sure some folks are getting drinks, but you do see an exchange of like goods between some of the people as well. It's like so some people might have tabs. You're not 100% sure, but there is an exchange of goods from the patrons to Sadie.
Well, we could talk more tactics later and stuff. Get to.
And you guys don't necessarily have to answer in the morning. You guys do have like a couple days that you're good to stay here. That Evelyn said you guys could stay for a few days, get some rest and some meals in you. So
Do
Yeah,
you
we got some time.
do you think they have like actual meat production here, or do you think it's just farming, like agricultural farming?
I would imagine
fish.
fishing would.
you did on your way over see several boats that were docked that had like fishing cages and nets and things and
Gotcha.
poles in them.
That's just a personal question. Sorry, I derailed a little bit.
That's fine. It is a natural conversation. We're in a new place. So, DT, Bruce, where'd y'all come from before down here ways? We came from out west. Been moving from California ways through, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas to here.
Maze was a bad idea.
It was.
Yeah, we've just been pretty much traveling, just wherever we can find to go. Um, like people send for help or something, we usually go and help them. We haven't really bunkered down anywhere for too long.
A lot of people need doctors, so
Yeah,
feels good to help.
it does. It does. I joined up with many for the forces I have.
Not too shortly after, you guys can see Sadie walking out of the back. And she's got kind of like a server's tray with a bunch of plates on it. She walks over to your table, sets it down, puts a plate in front of each one of you.
Thank you.
Rest of the cooked meat's back in the kitchen. We could store that up for you if you want.
That would be great rather than going bad in my bag.
The bag has all the flavor.
You gotta like, as she's like setting out plates, she like rests her hand on top of your hand. She's like, I figured as much, sugar. She just gives you a big smirk.
Alright.
But as she sets the plates down, there's your cooked and mildly seasoned rat meats. I know y'all said you've had this for a few hours, so we cooked it a little bit, well done to make sure y'all don't get sick or nothing. Cletus put some of his some seasonings on it that he likes to spice things up with. But then you got your mashed potatoes, you got some corn, and some Brussels sprouts.
Thank you.
I'm actually getting hungry.
Yeah.
This sounds great.
All right, well, here I will enjoy the rest of the cigar afterwards, and just kind of thumb and put the end out.
All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy. So you pick up the tray, head back to the bar, and she actually makes her way back and then brings y'all each out a glass of the beer as well to drink with your dinner.
All right. I wonder what the seasonings are.
Salt, pepper.
From what you guys can like the aromatics of it, um, all of the vegetables aside from the mashed potatoes have been kind of like roasted, and you like just see the salt and pepper that's on them. On the meat, it's got more of like a reddish hue to it, which cooking it would kind of have that as well, but it's like a little bit more. Uh, you would probably you can smell different smells of like the smell of capsaicin. So.
Wonder if we did an antifreeze deep rub. There's some weird people out there, but I ain't gonna knock it too much. It wasn't that bad. It was a little sweet and tangy, and only part of your face goes numb when you have it.
So, you guys got any specialties or anything? Like, I've got pistols, knives, but I have other skills, I guess.
Eh,
You guys good at fighting, or?
I mean, I'm good with my hands.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Anything I can
Didn't know
put
if
in my
there's.
hands. Most of the time. I'm pretty fast.
We saw Numb.
Numb is strong as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's still just slowly eating.
real good throwing shit too. Better than me. Looks like.
All my years running around, I've never once seen a bowling pin used like that.
Well, I'm a medic, so I've got that. Pretty decent at fighting and shooting.
We all seem to be relatively seasoned. Uh, seasoned wastelanders. All got a few tricks up our sleeves.
I'm pretty stealthy, which helped out earlier today.
I got experience. I still have all my ranger training, and our timeout in the maze wasn't entirely horrible. As you saw, I know a few.
It wasn't entirely horrible. I guess, yeah, sure. It wasn't entirely horrible.
I'm sorry.
Sounds like a few stories there.
Lulu's just gonna raise her mechanical arm.
Yeah, said a few.
She was still pretty organic before that.
She still is. It's the one part. I think.
The point I was trying to use with that transitionary thing is I was able to learn a few ways to help defend us.
You're
Learned a few.
gonna share your.
I can.
Might be helpful if we're gonna do a thing.
That's true. There's something else, and like Kent's still got like knife and fork cutting his food, and then like another pair of hands come out from underneath his duster and grab his drink.
Actual reaction. Whoa! What? Okay, that's cool. Whoa.
I just want to look closer.
Are they as strong as your other hands? Are they like the same size or like what?
They're the same size.
Okay.
It's just like on his body, they would be like coming out like underneath the armpit, kind of like in the
Yeah.
rib area a bit.
So Kent, like as you do that, you kind of like look around the table and catch eyes with Sadie as she's just kind of like smirking at you.
I tried to do it like just like subtly, like putting them on the table and still like I'm showing it, but I'm not going woo
Ooh, yeah.
for the whole room.
Yeah, but
So-
Bruce suddenly going, ah, it's probably drew some attention.
Yeah.
So something you didn't notice is when she put her hand on the small of your back, she kind of bumped into one of your arms.
Yeah. Yeah, like normally I keep them and I like pull them back in. Normally I keep them tucked in underneath because it's a little catches a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Okay, if y'all hover over his little image, you'll see that it's weirdly bulky at the sides.
I'll look right now.
It's a little bulky.
Just randomly little thick.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, and like tuck them back in. So I'm well armed, just coordinated with all the others. Had a bit of eh, these are relatively new additions here, along with the rougher skin.
And then mozzarella. Sorry.
He was pestering me to leave. I make him pay the cheese tax.
So yeah, if we're gonna be working together, y'all should know.
Yeah.
So we, do have a few other tricks available to us. Don't like using them too often. It's just not fair for the most
Can't
part.
you like have like 4 guns? Just like, wow, have
I
him
can't.
in there?
I can.
Yeah.
I have.
That's why.
Or live.
No.
Hey,
But
Numb
I
phases
have-
back in.
I have that about me, so don't get startled when that happens. But that is a relatively new addition to my person.
it wasn't painful, was it?
Extremely.
It was all right. It was let's see here. When your body gets older, it don't adapt well.
Lulu's just shaking her head.
It doesn't
now.
have the same kind of resilience, or
Okay.
does well with change.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
this all happened when I met this one here, and he points at Lulu.
She immediately straightens out her face.
So you got 2 and lost 1. I don't think that's fair trade.
No, it's not.
I like that joke
That's
a
why.
lot.
Ooh.
That's why I feel bad whenever it gets brought up.
And also
Um,
for you guys, if you ever want to scrutinize what the PCs are saying, you can feel free to do so. Just let me know, and then as players, if you are lying or telling, like, pretty much bluff or persuasion D&D terms, there are the 2 skills, so there's bluff and then persuasion in here as well. Go ahead and roll those. Just don't tell the players which it is. Just message it to me, and then I will let everyone know what those outcomes are. Or if you just want to believe them, that's totally fine too. Or disbelieve them.
Also I've got
People lie.
in my world, in my post-apocalyptic world.
Just in tabletop is where they lie.
Also, I got Blue's gonna tap like the the larger piece of the equipment on the junker arm that's pretty much attached to her back at this point, like back shoulder arm. It's a med pack. It's only got a few charges on it, and it might mutate you if I use it, but in emergencies, it can kind of just.
Might.
Okay.
Well, hey,
Okay.
we got a medic with amongst us though.
That's definitely a better choice. But
Yeah.
you know.
Never hurts to have a
I
backup.
point at my box. This won't do that. I don't know. Having an extra set of arms can be pretty convenient, though, at times, I'm sure.
It is. It helps. My back never has itches I can't reach.
It would definitely help if
I
they
can
were a little bit
imagine.
stronger, but it all's working out.
Also, DT, as Lulu kind of like presents the Junker med pack attached to her arm. You've seen before in the past, like Junker made medical machines, and
Yeah.
they're fucking huge. Like they're really big, especially if they're to treat like higher level wounds. Like they're anywhere from like the size of a phone booth, and this is roughly like think like a safe size backpack that's on Lulu, like a home safe.
Did you make that backpack
I did not. No,
medkit?
no, I'm not a junker.
No. We did some work, and I called in some favors from out in Junkyard to help. I wanted to help Lulu get that replaced. Like she was saying, we had a bad run in at the maze. This I forget the name for it, but basically like a giant
It's a
shark
Shrek.
man.
It's called a Shrek.
It's Shrek. Yeah, Shrek. Took
It's
it
bullshit.
clean off.
It's bullshit.
Must have been a hell of a job. Or some favors.
They've been around for a while. I know a few folks here and there, but still had to do plenty of work.
Yes, Ethan. You are at the table with them. You have a 3/4 of the way full bottle of homemade potato vodka and a plate. Everybody gave their rat
Rat
meat over. They cooked it all up for you guys. You guys have a decent like meal-sized portion, and then they are storing the rest of it for you guys for right now.
Excellent, excellent.
And then you got mashed potatoes, you got corn, and you got Brussels sprouts. Like this is actually like a good home cooked meal that you guys have not had in a really long time.
Yeah.
And in between,
Uh,
like talking, Kent is like going to town. He
Eating with one hand, drinking with another hand, talking with another hand.
he doesn't drink as much. Like he gets the beer every once in a while, but he kind of like it. Military shove, like chow hall style shoveling, and then it's like time to talk, and he'll stop so he can talk, and then it's just.
And what were you gonna ask, Henry?
Numb. Question. Can you move your mouth and eat from different locations of your body?
No. You haven't tried.
I'm gonna. It's just gonna. I'm slowly turn and just.
What?
I've never tried,
Huh.
Might not be the time.
and I'm just going to like sit there and I'm gonna try.
What's
I'm
the
gonna
weirdest?
try.
Have you ever been stuck and not been able to move anything back? And what's the weirdest thing you've done?
Describe weird.
Well, moving a wound is weird, so what's weird for you, I guess?
And then I think it's only fair, Num, you get to ask a question next.
Hey.
Hmm. and I'm just gonna sit there. It just trying to figure out what is weird.
Goes back to that disassociative state.
Yeah. Just kind of like
Error 404, file not found. But Num, you would know that it seems like you're not sure how it works, but it just seems like when you have damaged like tissues, if you focus hard enough, you can move them into different parts of your body. It kind of like takes on that aspect. So like if you got shot in the kidney and you just like focus really hard, it just takes those like damaged cells and moves them to a different part of your body.
So I guess yeah, it'd be like I don't know. I could move one thing to wound wise and lately damage wise. I could move it from one place where it's not so great to be to a place that I can actually manage it. That's all I got. I just know I can do it to make it easier.
That's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
Is,
and
is that
at this point, it's like you get Numb and Numb sitting there. Numb's actually gonna roll up his sleeves. And across his left arm, you'll see like number 1426 across his forearm.
What's that?
I assume my name, Numb. You know, I'm just gonna point at it.
Is that how you think Num is spelled?
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean it's number, but I mean being called 1426 is kind of weird. So shortening number for Numb is a little less weird.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
And you have no idea where you got that, Mark?
I woke up with it.
And as you guys kind of look at it, it's not like a brand or scarring. It looks more like a tattoo.
Interesting.
huh.
and it's like up on the bicep?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the
On
forearm.
the forearm.
Okay.
Forearm.
Meaty,
Forearm, okay.
meaty part of the forearm on the top side there.
Okay.
That's weird.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. Blue's just gonna keep eating.
Well, I have other questions, but I already just said I think you're due. We've grilled you a lot today, and fair's fair. If you have any, I'd prefer you go before I start asking shit.
I'm gonna assume that the bottle was fairly full when I got it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a completely full bottle. You like kind of zoned out and just like power chugged a fourth of it, and you're like, not terrible, and went about your business.
Yep. And
There's-
so
Just numb things.
yeah. I'm gonna look at Kent and take the top off it, do it again,
Yeah, you enjoy that.
and slowly, not like it's going to be a very slow exhale, very slow.
Got it.
And I'm just be like, well, yeah, you guys wonder where I got these tricks from, and well, I woke up, wound up being part of some carnival circus freak show traveling attraction. Yeah. And so yes, they are all tricks.
Pretty neat.
Gotcha. I was hoping. I was expecting you to ask us questions that you wanted to know.
Well,
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
I'm answering the questions that were asked previously.
Oh, my mistake.
All right, who's got the next question? I think Num forgot to ask.
I think he is contemplating.
Also, Num, go ahead and give me a vigor roll, please.
Cassie, it's a Coca-Cola. Drink it up, Cassie.
You won't like soda, baby. No. No. You won't like it. I promise.
An 11.
The liquor is starting to hit you, but you've been kind of eating to mitigate that. Like, you got probably a good buzz going now. It's not the strongest, spirits that you've had, but it's still pretty strong. You start kind of getting a little bit more relaxed, a little less swishy.
Questions. Yeah, I'm just gonna like brain fog on any form of question at the moment. Just like
Just dissociates
be in a
again.
be in a scenario of like no one here is trying to kill me, and it just being like I'm in a spot where I'm not having to freak out, and just like absorbing it, just taking it all in, and just mellowing out for a bit, because things were high intensity there for a second.
Kent, I think you get the next question.
Oh. So, Bruce,
Oh, yeah.
you have like a last name or anything?
Oh, not that I know of.
Just Bruce?
Yeah.
Similar to Num there, you got like a spot you can't recall?
No, I remember everything.
Fair enough.
I guess last name wasn't important enough.
Well, have things change in the ways. Have you always been as big as you are? Are you just well fed and good genetics, or
I just kind of got this shape, so I guess good genetics.
you're not the
That is.
biggest? You're not the biggest fella I've met, but you're fucking up there.
Yeah. No, I just kind of grew like this. Guess I got it from my parents.
Good genetics it is.
Must be nice. Lulu's about 5 foot.
It's good sometimes. Well, a lot of times. Yeah.
What about you, DT? What you get?
Good at?
Yeah. Other than the medics
Well,
stuff.
I can do a little bit of fighting, a little bit of tracking, not a whole lot. Um, Pretty good at blending in with the crowd.
So we're all just pretty much just surviving. Got it.
Yeah, I don't have too much. I survived pretty well in some mountainy areas. It's kind of where I grew up, was in some mountainy areas.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of curious because no, you said you're 13. Did you just wake up like that? Like you're like this big and you're 13?
I mean, the what my memory states, I I can recall the last 13 years.
You woke up after the bombs
Okay.
dropped.
Okay.
Woke up, I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah, I got you.
So I don't know my age. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
From
Okay.
a rough glance, he looks about in his mid to late 30s.
I will say that Bruce actually looks a little disappointed.
So you've always been able to do your tricks and stuff that didn't come later?
Uh,
The moving your wounds thing?
I thought you were gonna talk about his card tricks.
Me too. um, yeah, I would. Yeah, I kind of woke up like this. Kind of. I don't know. It just kind of happened. I don't know.
So
I don't know
bombs
if this, I've
dropped, you
always had
did it,
this.
and it's okay, gotcha.
Uh, I,
Let's see. I could share something else a little more. Aside from being an old Texas Ranger holdout, not that that means as much as having the know-how these days. I am, and like pull and show the a badge. I am a peacekeeper. Last I checked, ain't none of you got no wanted, outstanding bounties or nothing, so I ain't got to worry about that. But I hope that's not an issue for anybody.
I don't think I do. Pretty sure I don't.
Hopefully that's something you would know about.
Yeah, I hope so. Unless I made somebody mad. I don't know. I try not to.
I think you're all right, Bruce.
Okay.
But along with that, if we do travel in other places, it does hold some sway. It can help if we keep working together after this whole Big Al situation.
I gotta. What drove you to be a peacekeeper?
Well, I don't believe it is generally in humans' nature to be lawless and vicious, but when there is no order, when there is no law to keep decency in check, the bad ones run rampant a bit more. And that's just not good for the people as a whole. And I wanted to help make more of a difference where I could. And I had this skill set from the time before the bombs dropped, translated over pretty well. Sorry, I ain't got no in-depth story of my pappy was a policeman or a sheriff, so I wanted to be one. Nothing quite like that. And yeah, it's harder to do this day and age, but just because it's harder to do doesn't mean it shouldn't be done. So it matters more now.
He's almost gotten himself killed so many times.
Yeah, almost.
And kind of almost did back there too. So,
I was fine.
I guess kudos to you for this.
About this time, you guys hear a little bit of a raucous upstairs. Nothing like violent, just kind of like loud talking. More loud than, standard bar fare. But you see Luke make his way kind of like down the stairs. He like makes eye contact with you guys. He's like, "Oh, hey, you're still here. Cool.
yeah.
Hey, everybody. These are the guys. These are the guys I was telling you about. They're pretty cool. They're not gonna kill any of us."
No. What? What?
You know how it is. Like,
It was.
We
not
just,
saying that you guys look weird and shady, but
we're
you
just
know.
sitting here eating, man.
You know, I don't think anyone thought we were gonna do any of that till you put the idea in their head.
Yeah, we're just not from here. This is kind of how it goes.
No, I know. So I'm speaking for you guys. Like, these guys are cool. Everybody, okay? Like, don't be
Bruce just shoved
weird.
Mashed potatoes in his mouth.
Don't be weird.
Ken's gonna lean over to Lulu and whisper this. God, this kid's like a can short of a six-pack, I swear.
Did you see him kind of like do that fast run down the stairs? Did he kind of just like comes in? It's like,
My friends!
I think you guys drinking? Drinking? Everybody
Yeah.
drinking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I owe you guys a drink for sure. You saved my life. They saved my life from a bunch.
Brian, I want to look at people's reaction when he comes down and starts like. I want to see how they react.
What
to
people think
the
of this
normal-
kid.
Yeah.
I would also like to do that if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Like no rolls necessary. Like you guys got a pretty good view on it. Like not everybody pays attention. Like yeah, Luke's just being kind of loud and excitable golden retriever right now. But there are some of like the kind of more older folks like up in like Kent's age that are like there. You can tell that they just work hard all day, like old miner type, like coal mill type folk. But they're like listening to what he's saying with just kind of like a scrutinizing look on their face. But once like they listen to him, they don't like make full eye contact with him, but they are listening to what he is saying. And the general like outlook of everybody is like, oh okay, like, oh god, it's this guy, but this,
locals.
but it,
Somebody's
like
vouched
he's
for these
speaking,
strangers.
yeah. He's vouching for them, so it's probably okay. And like people know that he is like the apprentice to Mr. Tinsdale, and from what it sounded like, is Mr. Tinsdale's also a very important figure in town. So he's kind of like, my dad owns a dealership, but like not a douche.
Yeah.
But like his words carry weight. But people are just kind of like, oh god, why is he so excitable?
Why is he
Like,
so
it's-
loud?
Where does he
Yeah.
get all that energy from?
yeah.
Ought to be young again.
But you see Luke, he goes and walks over to Sadie, has a short conversation with her, and you can see him like energetically pointing back at your guys' table, and you see her like kind of pat him on the shoulder and like nod. And he like makes his way back over to you guys. Hopefully I'm not intruding. Everything go okay with Evelyn?
Yeah.
The
Seemed
food's really good. Just
Oh, is that rat meat? It looks better than when you try to cook it on the motor, right? I had a feeling that wasn't gonna work. But yeah, like like I said, I don't know if you can see them real well at night, but like we got a lot of farms on a lot of the tops of the buildings, so
Yeah.
like we got some pretty good eats here.
Yeah, no, this is a great meal. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The plate's already clean.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys like seafood. Like normally, I'm surprised that there's food because they usually shut the kitchen down by now. But
We
uh,
provided the meat, so they were okay.
yeah. Usually, if you guys like seafood, there's a lot of fishing that we do here. Some people go hunting, but it's a lot easier to just kind of cast off or troll on the sides of the docks and stuff than go out in the swamps. But sometimes us recyclers, if we run into stuff like the rats and things, like we can bring some stuff back to you.
Yeah, recycle/hunting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I am. Oh, Mr. Tisdale is. He's happy I'm back. We'll say that.
Okay.
But how's the talk with Evelyn? You said it was good.
It was good.
You didn't
She's
like.
nice. I like her.
Yes, nice. We'll go with that.
They want us to help deal with the Delta Queen's boat situation.
Yeah, big Al fella.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Evelyn is nice and fine. All right.
Do you mean like fine, like okay? I mean, not no judgment here. You're both really old, so
And
I have nothing else. That was just a statement.
Also, because old people ain't bad. They can be kind of grumpy because they got all that experience. But
I mean, yeah, and their bones hurt and stuff. Like, I get it. I like being old sounds terrible, but like,
It's better than the alternative.
they got so much in their fucking heads.
I'm right here.
Yeah, because I know,
How-
because you do.
At what age do you think is old?
All of you answer at the same time.
Who are you pointing at?
Luke and Bruce.
I'd
like-
say like 38's pushing it.
I was gonna say 50.
Depending, I guess it depends on your lifestyle too. Like
Alright.
different people, age differently now too in the waist sometimes, depending on like your surroundings.
Bruce, would you like another drink? That was the correct answer. I will give you another drink.
Yeah.
Well, I have a round, and as you say that, you can see Sadie walking over with another round of the whiskey shots for everybody. That's on me. That's for you guys. I appreciate you all.
I'll go.
Thank you. Even though you called me old.
It's just a fact, okay? I'm sorry.
Bruce gonna take us just down and again, make the same face as last time.
Smooth.
Getting better, I promise.
That kid, I just like giving you a hard time.
At least I am not old yet. That's good to know.
I mean, you
I'm
don't look old. You don't look old, but also looks can be deceiving. Like I've seen somebody that looks like Kent over here, but then they're just like, "Oh no, yeah, I'm like 30," and I'm like, "Holy shit! What hover bike hit you on the way out?"
Life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like some people have rougher lives, and I don't know. There's like, I've heard there's like mutants and stuff, and like different weird shit can happen now. It's okay. There's nothing. You're still here, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Sun, sand, and radiation will
I,
make you look a whole lot different.
I still, every time this boy keeps talking about stuff, it sounds like he's constantly trying to dig himself out of a hole.
I mean, that's kind of like what I do for a living. I have things, so it's a lot of digging holes, and sometimes sometimes we go to the sunken parts of towns and then go underwater. That's a lot more scary, though. Not my favorite thing to do.
It's good that you're pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I can't imagine being underwater. It's too great. Can't. It's not the clearest water.
Yeah, it's like and like you don't have your guns. Like it gets pretty. There's some pretty gnarly things under the water. Not to mention your standard Zed that walk around under there sometimes. Sometimes they're like digging up something and then just right in your face and you know.
Got
Better than
flop their head.
trust me, son. There are worse things in the water.
Oh, I'm certain of that. But you saw the gators are there. Like they're huge. Everything's so big.
You ever wrestled one? That a thing people do?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Do you want to wrestle like a pickup truck? I don't.
I could. I think.
I mean, you probably could, but you have those like big strangling hands.
Yeah.
I wrestled with a shark man.
Yeah,
That sounds terrible.
it
Is that how
was.
you lost your arm? Just no
Just nodding.
wherewithal.
Just nodding.
I mean, that sucks, but you got that cool arm now. Like,
Yeah, but I can't lift
only
anything
got-
with it.
oh, maybe get.
It's just there for balance. Which is helpful.
That's fair.
But it's my baby arm.
Like, you think it would be because you like as you like kind of start talking about it, you can see like his like
Chemistry in your brain.
ADHD. Yeah, his like spastic brain kind of like stops and he like actually starts looking at like the construction and everything of your arm. He's just like, huh, okay, so it's not old world tech. Junker tech. I'm assuming.
yeah.
Mr. Tinsdale told me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then is this
As
like the
he's
power
just like turning
pack?
it over, looking at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's like very intrusively just like checking your arm out. Just like, oh, is this a power pack? He like pats on it, like the door kind of like swings up. Oh, 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 that's neat. And he like starts looking in and digging into the.
Fucking
Oh,
knocks
don't break it,
your
don't break it,
D
don't
cell
break it, don't
batteries
break it.
out, and the arm just.
Okay. Wow, that's really neat. There's a lot. There's a lot to this. I can see. I still don't really understand like how junker stuff works. I just think it's really neat.
Yeah, they shove little spirits into the boxes, and the boxes live.
Well, yeah, like fundamentally, I understand like the
can't be
concept
helped.
of it.
Generally speaking,
Like
no,
you're
but
saying they like pour whiskey into it,
no, like
or vodka into the box, and it just
No, not those kind of spirits like the ooh.
like whoosh spirits that exist
mm,
around
mm.
that go around that are all incorporeal and such.
As Lulu starts looking a little bit paranoid.
Yeah, things are weird now. I'm sure you've seen strange things.
Believe me, son, things have always been weird. The weird's just out in the open a lot more now.
I'm gonna take a bio break, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, turn your VR back screen on. Just go. You don't gotta say you gotta poop.
Hey, everybody poops. It's okay. Oh, what a long day, right?
Yeah.
So Evelyn wants you guys to. I mean, that probably makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you guys saw, but we have a decent amount of people here, but like we're mostly just like trying to live. Like we don't have a lot of like fighters, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
not a
she
lot of
told us you were
firepower.
gonna go take care of it all by yourself. Like we just,
Oh
she said,
man,
she said you had it.
that's I can't fight like I don't know how many dudes they got.
Are you saying Sheriff Evelyn is wrong?
No, not to her face anyway. Plus, if anything, I figure I'd be like grounded, but not grounded because I'm not her kid. But I don't know.
I was gonna say, is this?
Did you get in trouble?
Um, I caused concern as well. It's yes and no. Mr. Tinsdale is a little bit upset because generally one of our protocols is like so when we send teams out to either go scouting or recycling and stuff, nobody else goes out until they come back. And I think he had sent somebody out before I snuck out. Like he's not upset that I did what I did because he trusts me.
But he's
He still
upset.
said it was really dumb to go by myself because we usually go in pairs, right? Um, but I don't know that if the other team that he sent out has come back yet. So like everybody's been kind of on like alert and worried about that. And with those pirates, like I usually whenever we have problems, we just kind of hunker down here until we either can deal with it or it goes away. So I don't know what they're gonna have us do.
Well, hopefully you won't
So
have to do much.
So you said you're not for sure if your other people came back yet or not?
Yeah, like I don't think they weren't sent out to look for me. I don't think. Mr. Tinsdale was tired when I was talking to him. He's shutting everything down for the day. Um, anyway, yeah, I think he said that they haven't come back yet, which sometimes that happens. Sometimes we stay out there for extended periods of time, but usually they're back within a couple of days. So like they might show up tomorrow or like I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was just an extra stressor that he had. It's just like well that's more of my people gone that I don't know where they're at. He was I did tell him about you guys. So he was happy for that, at least. I'm sure he'd probably want to meet you tomorrow when he's up and about. You might see him around town. Yeah, I don't. I'm assuming you guys didn't like really like get to explore or look around or anything. Just came over here afterwards. Did Evelyn tell you like show you guys where your sleeping's at?
Told us where, I think, but haven't been there yet.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm assuming you guys came in from upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go not to this bridge, but across the other one, it's kind of like the main big building in the middle. That's where a lot of the living quarters are at.
Yeah, okay.
So like if you go there and then you go over, uh, so yeah, if you guys look on the map, it's in like the northwest corner.
Mhm.
There's a couple different ones everywhere. We can find you some spots there, and if everything's kind of like taken up, usually Evelyn has a couple rooms in the sheriff's office that are open for kind of like as needed spots.
I don't imagine you guys get a lot of visitors.
I mean, we do get people that come in and trade and stuff. Not too often, but we do. So we try to accommodate where we can. But yeah, like right across the way is Mr. Tinsdale's place. To the north of us is the marketplace, and then kind of like a little bit off is the town square. That's where we got like our uh, hospital. It's not like an actual hospital, like no like fancy machines or anything, but that's where our local dock is at. They have a whole bunch of other stuff there too. Um, but yeah, the market is kind of like a little bit of a bazaar. People that have stuff to sell or trade, like that's where that happens. And sometimes we'll get, folk that come in town and go there and buy and sell stuff. So if you're looking for it's not the best selection, obviously, but you never know what you're gonna find there sometimes. And then also if there are like good things, a lot of time Mr. Tinsdale buys them because he's always tinkering and stuff for the town. Sometimes you got to bid against him, and he's pretty well off. So, but you never know. Sometimes you find ammo and guns or things for sale. We try to pick those up when we can. We don't have too many in town. I'm sure you probably saw them in Evelyn's office, which you guys did. They had like a handful of like rifles and a couple shotguns and like 2 handguns. So, not too much for town defenses. But yeah. But seriously, Evelyn didn't say I had to take care of that by myself. You were just joking, right?
I'm just fucking with you, kid.
Okay.
Wouldn't say no to another boat ride, though.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know what they're thinking about for dealing with these guys. Like, I don't know if they have like a base camp or if they just live on that boat.
No idea.
Yeah,
Well, intel we'll have to be doing.
Yeah. Don't know. It's a tomorrow problem, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. We're likely going
Have
to.
you eaten yet?
Me? Yeah. I had some before I came over here. I was kind of like stuffing my face while getting folded at by Mr. Tinsdale, but everything's fine. It's fine. I'm
That's good. Well, do you think we could speak to Mr. Tinsdale tomorrow at some point? You think you could get us an in with him?
Oh, you can just like go there and talk to him. Like,
I didn't know how
not,
busy. I didn't know how
Well-
busy he was.
like he might be busy, maybe, but like he'll find the time.
I'd like to talk to him and meet him.
Yeah, I'm sure if you don't find him, he will find you.
That'd be nice. Maybe he knows more about this Delta Queen or.
I can tell you that he does not. That like these people seem unknown to a lot of us.
New. Okay.
They might have been around. We just maybe haven't run into them. I'm not 100% on that though.
But he knows the area, right?
Yeah, like him and Evelyn, and a lesser extent, Deputy Comfort. Like they know this area pretty well.
Well, there'll be some places to talk to and stuff.
Do you have any? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you guys have any like local maps of the area?
I think Mr. Tinsdale has some because we kind of like try to chart out ruins and stuff that we've already explored and stuff, so we don't hit the same places twice once we know they're picked out. So it's not super extensive, but like the places that we've been, we know about. I think he's got that up in his office.
Okay. What are some of the items you guys normally trade for or need whenever people come in?
Honestly, anything like we have fresh vegetables that are not irradiated, like not terribly irradiated. So that's a pretty good trade that we like or export that we have. So people are usually pretty stoked for that. I know Sadie. I know she looks for like ghost rock nuggets and just kind of other bits and bobs. Like she's usually pretty good about making fair trades too. Um, Salvage foodstuffs. She'll usually trade whatever for that drinks, food.
Probably make some jumpers
Um,
happy with that.
Probably a lot. Some of it, I'm sure she trades to Mr. Tinsdale, but um, yeah, pretty much anything. We have it pretty well off here. Like we can take care of our own for the most part. Like I guess like always looking for stuff for defenses or like repairing our boats and things like that. Um, Sometimes even just bullshit that we can't haul back to reinforce the rubble walls that we have. But just day-to-day stuff.
Okay.
Bolts are always good. But yeah. So what's your guys' plans for us tonight? You're just gonna stay here, or
I don't think we had much for plans. We didn't even plan to get here. It
I
just
mean that's
happened.
fair. The happy accident, right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the music, the food, and
Yeah,
I'm
Elroy. I love that accordion. It sounds so weird, but there's like there's this guy. So Mr. Tinsdale like tells me about him all the time. He used to listen to him like back before the bombs, and he had a lot of accordions in his music. Can't remember his name though. It was really good.
well, it's getting to be probably around 11 p.m. and I am quite sleepy.
Because
I
you
mean
get up
that
at
makes
5:30
sense.
every morning.
That makes sense when you get old. You're tired all the time, right?
Well, I have to wake up at 5:30 every morning.
Why though?
I just do.
Bowel
That doesn't
movements,
make
maybe.
any sense. Maybe.
My body wakes me up. I wake up at 5:30 every morning on the dot.
Do you like wake up and like eat a pound of coffee grounds? That's what old people do, right?
I prefer to drink it.
Well, like right, you like make your coffee and then eat the grounds and then drink the coffee, right?
That doesn't taste good. I've tried
Because it like helps with your bowel movements or whatever.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it does. I'm glad you're concerned for my bowel movements.
I mean, I am. I don't want you to like,
Luke, I will send you a detailed record
it.
of my bowel movements.
Can I
I
get a
mean,
copy of that too?
okay.
No, this is just for Luke because he
Oh,
expressed such concern for my bowel movements.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but it's
No,
they.
you're getting them. I'll give you.
I'm.
I'll
Not,
send you samples even.
I mean, I don't need those, but I mean, we could use it as fertilizer, I guess. Sure. But yeah. Um, I just wanted to like pop in, see what everybody was up to, see what you guys like. Good to see you guys here. We go talk to some folks, and then probably go back to my sleeping space.
Yeah.
But most I've been telling a lot of the folks in town, like, so hopefully you won't get too many more like weird stares. Like, granted, you guys are kind of odd ragtag group, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So hopefully you won't get the we don't know you kind of looks that kind of happen around here sometimes. But yeah, and he like slaps the table. Hope you guys have a good night and a good sleep, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. We'll be around.
Okay.
You
Nah,
see him
Luke.
Yeah.
like
Safe
see
sleep.
him get up, and he's like kind of goes around the bar and is just talking to people here and there before he heads out.
Well, that was a thing.
Yeah. I like the little peckerhead.
Yeah, he seems like a good kid.
Yeah.
Did you guys know the rat meat is shaped like pizza?
Pizza pie or pizza slice?
This is a slice. That's all I got left.
And if you guys don't have anything else you really want to do, we can kind of skip forward to the morning. That's up to you guys.
I'm good.
uh,
I already know what you're thinking.
There are
Oh.
no appliances visible.
Lulu
For
might
what
go for
it's
a walk,
worth,
but that's
for
about
what
it.
it's worth, Ethan, Clark's character did vouch that you guys won't be up to no good. For what
uh,
that's worth.
Yeah, but that's me assuming Num
Mhm.
will be fine.
No, absolutely. I'm just letting Ethan know.
you know, bad habits die hard, I guess.
What, baby? I'm being yelled at. But yeah, Lulu may just go for a walk to see where all the uh bridges go, but
hmm
then just go to sleep.
Okay.
It's nothing.
And I
Hopefully, nothing
was
too
considering
adventurous.
trotting on down to the market and seeing like what's
So
the setup, how it's
you got
laid out.
you guys would doing that, like the market's closed, so it's just kind of a bunch of empty booths in a building right now.
Yeah, everything's dark right
Um
now.
yeah, so like everybody's essentially the only activity that's happening is at Sadie's right now. Everywhere else is either people sleeping or, there are some guards posted here and there in places that you're not supposed to be in. So that would be like the main farms up on the top side, and then the guard shacks. The marketplace, like there's nothing of note to like steal. Well, you can see kind of like how the layout is. It's like a farmer's market set up essentially inside a building. So if you feel like stealing, it would be from any of the intoxicated folk here at the bar.
Uh, I'm gonna walk up to one of them. I don't know, a table.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean in and be like, "All right, but want to bet your eyes against my hands?"
There's a couple drunk folks. They're like, "Yeah, sure, let's go."
All right, and then I'm just gonna, I don't know, throw out some random number of money I don't have.
Okay.
Not too high, not too low. Like I don't know, like 10, 20, 20 trade, whatever. And be like, all right, how we want to do this? Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna pull out I'm just gonna sleight of hand deck of cards.
They should be like, oh man, that's pretty neat.
And I'm
So
just gonna like
what's
I'm
the game? Like, what's the game? What are we betting on? What are we doing?
well, yeah, you gotta find the ace, and I'm gonna flip over the ace, the I don't know, 10 and a 5.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole little bend them up a little bit so they're up top side, and I'm gonna sit here, like, all right, find the ace. You know, they'll say 10. Well, this would be like 10 trade. Find the you get the ace, and you get the 10.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
just like in his seat, just like trying to watch from a distance.
I'll take that
I'm gonna
bet.
lean over. I'm gonna lean over and tell Bruce, don't ever play a game with him.
I don't have the trade, so I don't think it'd work anyway.
All right. Which you want me to roll on this? I'll roll these so we can we'll have fun with this.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Perfect. 10.
Okay. All right. So the first dude goes. Going okay. This one. Fuck. Like 2 of clubs. Wrong card. Oh,
All
fuck.
right. What are you thinking? Double or nothing?
Oh, hold on, my buddy's gotta go too still. Hold on. And then the other dude's kind of like leaning over, like, I was watching really good. And it's right here. He pulls a card. It's a 9 of diamonds. Oh, damn it. Oh, here's your card back. Did you say double or nothing? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
double or nothing.
The first dude's like, it's... No, it's my drinking money. And he, like, pulls out 10 in trade, slides it over to you. The other dude's like, I think I think I know your tricks. I'll do it. I'll do it and I'm gonna win. You watch.
Yeah, I'm just
Just
gonna
back
nod
like,
like, all right.
yeah.
Got a 7.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, 6, 12, 18,
Oh,
22. Okay, so it's 17 total.
that man got your number.
Excellent.
And he pulls out the card. I told you. I see.
I'm gonna take the 10 and be like, here you go, and put it in front of him.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. That's a pretty neat trick. This is pretty neat. Yeah, the real fast hands, friend.
It looks like you got faster eyes.
Uh, when when I drink, my eyes are so good, so good. Makes
When I-
everything that blurry, but then you like focus in on the thing that you're looking at, and everything else just isn't focused, right? And you're just looking. It just kind of like starts drunk rambling.
I I want that to be the title of this episode. When I drink, my eyes are so good.
How good do you think they are?
So good. As he
Wanna go
pushes up
again?
his glasses. Yeah, yeah, sure. Triple triple or nothing, right? That's how that
Right.
works?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. I got your number, all right? Let's go.
$13.
Nope, I got a 7. Pulls it out. Queen of clubs. Could have swore. Well, you know what? I'm a man of my word. Okay. So much money. Okay. So much. He pulls out 30 in trade. Slides it over to you. That's
Take it.
pretty good. That's pretty. You know why? It's because, and he like pounds back another drink. He's like, "That's why I have not
I'm,
become the liquor yet."
I'm gonna go. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna walk back over to the table, grab the bottle, pour it in the whiskey glass, put a shot in front of him. I'm like, good run.
I like you. What's your name? What's your name?
Numb.
No, nice to meet you. My name's
Like
Charles.
very firm handshake. I'll be like,
He-
I'll be in the market tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah,
Probably see you around.
and then I'll walk over to Kent and just slap down the 30 and trade to Kent.
Oh, Kent's been gone. He's old man tired. He wandered off to the sleeping area already.
Yeah, so people that
All
are
right.
still
Well,
here, I think Bruce and DT are starting to make their way out. Lulu already went on a walk, and then Kent is old and has to sleep.
I was like, hey, DT here. I don't need this, and just throw him the 30.
Oh, I just slide it over to Bruce
Yeah, I'll
real
take it.
slow.
Bruce just pockets it.
And then
I'll keep 10.
Yeah.
as we're walking out, is there anything like around?
In what sense?
Like,
There are lots of things
you know,
around.
some things, that could fit in a pocket or a sleeve or a pant leg or
Nothing particularly of value. There's like the darts and stuff for like the games, or like a pool ball if you wanted to take that.
I'm gonna snag a dart.
Okay.
I got a 7 for filching on for the giggles of it.
Okay. No one seems to notice.
Watch a bisector wrap that dart.
And then we'll make our way. I guess, yeah, make our way to the sleeping quarters.
All right. Bruce, DT, are you guys doing anything in particular? You just heading off to bed.
I don't got anything. Bruce ready for bed.
Okay.
Is anyone playing like darts or anything like that?
There's
Like,
a
is
couple.
anyone actually doing anything?
There are a couple of people playing cornhole right now. It looks like a few people are getting ready to play some pool. As for darts, it does not seem like it.
Gonna look for like one of the older people here, kind of sitting by themselves. I'm gonna see if they want to play darts.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Got a 4.
All right. There's this older lady, probably late 40s. She's kind of sitting there, not drinking. She actually has some tea that she's drinking at a table by herself. And what do you say to ask her to play darts?
I just kind of walk up and I'm like, hey, I haven't played darts in a long time. I see that you're over here. Would you have any interest in playing a few rounds?
And she just kind of like slowly looks up at you. Oh, why, yes, young lad. I will play some darts with you.
I'm I'm early 40s. I'm not much younger.
Oh, you look quite young. And she kind of like slowly reaches over to like pinch at your cheek. You see her get up. And she's kind of like has a little bit of a hunch to her back. She like sips the rest of her tea, sets the cup down, and starts shuffling her way over to where the darts are at.
Yeah, she's got Ted Lasso my ass over here too.
What DT doesn't know is he challenged the world's best darts player in Red Stick to darts.
Right? Like, there's a reason no one's playing. I figure there's someone in here.
I like that it's the world's best player in Red Stick.
That's right.
Yes.
But yeah, she goes over there, picks up some of the darts. Seems like one of them's missing. That's a shame. She hands you 3. She has 2 in her hand. I'll let you go first. And you can see there's kind of like a line that's been like etched in
In the
away
ground.
from it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back there and sit up and ready to go.
All right. Go ahead and make a throw-in balance roll for me.
Fuck. That's -4, right?
Negative
if you
4
don't
if you
have
don't
it.
have it. So 1d whatever -4.
I got a 1.
Nailed it.
So you like go to throw it. Bonk, it lands about an inch underneath where the dartboard's at for your first dart. Oh. She's kind of like making old lady noises, just like, huh. Whoa. See her kind of like shuffle up to the line, adjust her glasses. She's looking.
Gotta get dumped on.
See her like hunched over, take the dart, and toss it.
24.
I got a 10, so she throws it. It lands one of the rings out. I don't actually know how darts work. I've played darts, but I don't remember how like scoring and stuff works. But so you got bullseye, one ring, bigger ring. It lands in the second thinner ring.
Brian, if
Yes.
it gets in like the thinner ring spots,
Yes.
it's triple points.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll say she has 12 points right now. Not too bad, not too bad. She kind of like backs up. All right, here go.
Okay. I'll throw another one. I got a 1 again.
At least you're
Right.
not botching.
This time, You aim a little bit too high, too much force. Similar thing, it's just the top side of the board.
Okay.
I think I know what your problem is. Have you played darts before?
No.
Oh. So where you're holding your dart is you're holding it in the wrong spot and putting too much force. So you like line it up right here. I'll show you. I'll show you. And she like steps up to the line. You see like how she's holding the dart.
Little fingers just shaking.
Yeah, there's just like a little bit of a tremble to it. And she's like, you just have to look at where you want the dart to go, right? And you throw. The way you're doing it, you got a real strong. And she kind of like grabs your arms. She's like, real strong arms. This isn't about being strong. It's about hitting where you want it to hit. So it's more of a finesse thing, right? So, and you want to keep your arms straight as yours. I saw the first one, and you went to go throw it, and then your hand went down, but you want to keep your hand straight, right? Okay, like this. And she goes to go throw. And she just goes, and it's a bullseye.
Naturally.
I got a 24.
I told you, 24.
Knock off.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
I still got it.
All right, your turn. And with the pointers that she gave you, I will give you. You only have a -2 this time.
Sweetness.
Bust.
Essentially, she.
I got
gave
a
you...
3.
Yeah.
All right. You made it on the board this time. So you got 5 points.
At this rate, you only need 1 dart.
It's why I gave you the 3. It's fine. You go ahead. I don't think you're gonna beat me, but you can try. I see that you're trying really hard, and it's a game for fun.
I'm gonna keep playing.
Yeah. So, you kind of watch. Go ahead and roll it this time with no minuses.
Okay. I got a 7.
There you go. You wind up landing it in the thinner ring, and you wind up getting about 2 points less than she has currently. So I think it'd be 28 points.
Oh shit.
Well, that was good. That was good. You're getting better, see? It just takes practice.
That's just all of someone teaching you how to do it is all it is.
Yeah. I like that you're willing to learn. A lot of people just get upset when they don't do well the first time. But yeah, for as long as you want to, this lady will play darts with you.
Yep, I'm gonna play darts. The idea is to try to small talk and get some information, just kind of about how the town's doing, what they're up to.
Yeah, go ahead and make a streetwise roll. And I'll give you a +2 on it, just because you've kind of made a rapport with this lady.
Got a 9.
Okay. I will message you the information that you find out.
Okay.
because I don't have a secret claw channel yet. All right, so we got that. Bruce, you go to bed. DT winds up before you finally like rack out because you're kind of like, oh, where's DT at?
Yeah.
He comes back in like an hour or so later. Says he was learning how to play darts.
I'm good at that game. Like they're just small.
They're so small for my
Grab
big
like this.
hands.
You can't throw them like this.
Lulu.
It's all about the willingness to learn.
Yeah.
Lulu, you're going out for a stroll.
Yep.
Okay.
Getting a lay of the land, as it were, even though there's no land, it's just bridges.
Yeah. Everything, like I said, water everywhere.
No issue with that. I said no
Yeah,
issue
no
with
issue.
that.
Yeah, and like as you look into the water, it just kind of looks like the moon reflects off of it, but it's just like a obsidian floor that's mildly moving in some spots. Just can't see into it. It's just dark, especially with being night. As you're walking around, you just kind of see some of the guard towers, like folks moving around in there. See a couple of the guards kind of patrolling on the tops of some of the buildings with the farms on them. But relatively quiet night. Aside from, you hear the little bit of raucous coming from Sadie's place, but nothing too crazy. It's a nice, calm night for the most part.
Lovely. Yeah, no ulterior motives, just
Okay.
vibing.
All right. Y'all wind up bedding down for the night. Ethan, I need you to roll me a spirit check, please.
I got a 4.
Okay. I would like your lowest chip, please. White chip. Yoink.
Oh.
And if everybody except for Kathy could deafen themselves for a moment.
Oh.
I
And
will
then
want to get
Kathy.
back.
Yeah.
You want me to just take my
Yeah,
headset
then-
off?
Yeah. So everybody in chat can still hear.
Just wave when you're done, or message in the.
I'll
chat.
message you in the I'll
In the
message in the
chats.
Discord.
One of the chats.
All right. So, as you go to drift off to sleep, as you do some days, today's not going to be one of those days. Oh, or Clark, if you need to, just take your. Oh, no, he's already deaf and muted. Who else is still? Henry, you muted, deaf and muted.
No, I'll be here in just a second.
Okay. Or actually, I can just do that. Nice. Ooh.
You're telling me that it's not going to be all sugar plums and
Sugar plums and
rainbows?
fairies.
Yeah.
So you go to drift off to sleep. You get into that like half state of sleep where you're just about to fall asleep. As you get that like weightlessness feeling of like you're falling. And your eyes shoot open. as you look around and you're in a similar area. You're not where you are, but there's ruins, water everywhere around you. You can see the water's kind of choppy, choppier than normal, as there's kind of like white caps rolling across everywhere.
Like coastline, not so much river.
Um, kind of. You're on a coastline, but you can see, looking around, you would assume that you're in some sort of cityscape, most likely actual Baton Rouge. As you kind of look around, you can see signs and billboards that are wrecked with debris. And just out of the corner of your eye, you like catch some movement and you look. And you can like see this hand slowly reaching up out of the water. Skeletal, not fully skeletal. As you kind of like look, you like go to pull a weapon of some sort, your bowling pin. Getting ready to like, there's this zombie. But as it kind of like surfaces to the like crests the surface, you can see that it's Bruce's face. Except it's a lot more bloated. Like, you've seen corpses, you've seen dead. It looks, he's about ballooned up like twice his size, just full of bloat. Kind of like takes you back for a second as he just kind of like reaching out towards you. You back up and look, and you see another one. And it's DT. Eventually, you wind up seeing everyone. This is just kind of these fat, bloated zombies. They're just kind of like their skin sloughing off. And as you kind of like back up to try to like get away from the shore, because they're coming up towards you, you back up and you get grabbed by 4 arms. And as you wake up, you wake up from this instance, but it like grabs you and you like quick snap your head around to like look around and like hit it in the head, and you see that it's Kent as he like bites down on your neck and rips your throat out. And that's what wakes you up.
All right.
Yes.
Didn't realize I had peppy music playing. I hope that wasn't completely out of character.
It probably was. But
My bad. It's playing tavern music.
So it's probably maybe an hour and a half of you all tracking down. Everybody go ahead and make a flat cognition roll for me.
If I'm already asleep, do I have any penalties?
If you have heavy sleeper or light sleeper, those will apply.
Okay.
I don't think I do. Nope.
I don't think I do either.
Got it.
I just couldn't remember if there was any normal.
Whoa.
Oh, up. Only wanted to do one of those. Let me try that again.
It only showed one for me, Clark.
It's because the click only registered once,
Okay.
so I'm redoing it. It's worse.
Okay.
2.
Wow.
All right. Everybody else looks like what 8. Then Henry, what'd you get?
What am I rolling? I'm sorry.
Flat cognition. If you
Okay.
have light sleeper or heavy sleeper, or keen would also apply to that.
Listen, I have to wake up at 5:30 a.m. I am asleep.
On the dot. Not before, not after. 5:30.
Awake.
I've got a 12.
Okay. All of you except for Kent. Are get startled awake. And Ethan, if you want to explain like how you wake up from that.
Firstly, I'm screaming. I scream and then like immediately like, grabbing like
Closest weapon.
the closest thing that could be a bludgeon, a weapon, and it's literally like swinging out like over my left shoulder.
Lulu's hitting the deck.
And I jump. I go from laying position to like crouched in the bed, like like ready to just like fight. It was fight time.
So,
Like it
so
takes you just a second because like as you're kind of like a cornered animal right now, Ethan. You
Yep.
like as people kind of like get up, that like the image that you saw of them, like you initially see that and that's why you're swinging.
Yep.
But like
Yep.
once you kind of like come to, like everything goes back to normal.
Lulu just hits the deck, rolls off the bed, grabs Kent, the bed next to her, drags him.
Fucking all forearms. What is it?
Just
And it's
dragged onto
about
the floor.
Bruce
it's
is like,
about
okay,
I'll
it's okay,
say it's
okay.
about 2 in the morning at this point.
I gotta get up in 3.5 hours. What happened?
As
Click, click,
you
click.
okay? No, you okay? It's okay.
Y'all can see that like
Beads of sweat just rolling off
yeah,
my head.
yeah.
Like
Sweat
like-
rolling down, like looking like a crackhead that's just like like ready to
like
fight.
exactly like as he would say, like cornered animal, like
Mhm.
full on like sweat beating off my head, and then like I'm shaking and just like staring.
Lulu's just
Yep.
peeking over the bed.
You can all see the look of like actual fear, and it feels like it's of you guys.
Back down behind the bed.
We're safe here, okay? It's closed room, just us. It's okay. There's nothing else here. It's okay.
I'm gonna as you're saying this, I'm scanning for an exit.
There is one. It is over by Lulu and Kent, so you'd have to like walk past. Pretty much, you'd have to kind of walk past everybody to get there.
So
Yeah.
all the guns got put back away after like that brief, and then it's just Kent with all four hands. Hey, buddy. Hey, like just gesturing with all four at once.
I'm gonna be slowly, like as I'm like staring them down and seeing where the exit is, I'm gonna be like reaching down to grab my like bags
No, hey numb.
and I'm gonna like start like slowly moving my way to the exit.
No, numb. Look, I ain't gonna stop you. If going outside makes you feel safer and better, but can you please come find us in the morning when you're done? Like, you're good here. Ain't no one here gonna hurt you in here. But I ain't gonna stop you, because that would just be bigger trouble.
And it's just when he's saying this, it's just gonna be like going in one ear and out the other. Like it's nothing's sticking. It's run, get the hell out of Dodge. So
Bro, you were just
yeah.
asleep. What the fuck happened?
And
You're-
I'm just gonna like slink through and just jet,
Okay.
like literally just jet out the door.
Um,
I'm gonna try to follow him. What's up, Bruce?
Okay, just Bruce, just make sure he doesn't get hurt or hurt
Yeah,
people.
I'll follow him. Follow.
All right. That is a high state of panic that I am not suited for handling.
I had a friend that was like this before. I'll try.
Okay.
Dum's got a little bit of a head start on you, but you're also fast as fuck.
Fast fuck.
It's that
Fast as
long
fuck,
stride.
boy.
I'm the wind.
So wherever you wind up, Gnome,
I'm gonna like once I realize that Bruce is following me, I'm going to look for the closest thing, and I'm scaling it. Rolled an 18 for climbing, and I'm just climbing out. I'm gone. Like, yep.
okay.
As you're running, Bruce is gonna try. Like you told us about Dempsey before, right? You're trying to go. We're gonna help you get there. It's okay.
Just
Remember?
If you want to roll a persuasion, you're more than welcome to.
Ooh, buddy. I don't think I'm good at that. Let's see what I got.
Okay, so
No, I ain't got shit.
where you're at right now, Ethan, if you look on the map, so you guys are in the living quarters, middle west. Oh, wait, that's family living. You're in the
northwest.
northern
Yep.
one. Where you managed to kind of like get out to is on the far right side, that like ceiling roof that's up there. Like you are up there currently.
Hover over on the map.
Right here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Then what did you
Right.
get for your persuasion, Bruce?
How do I roll that if I don't have it again? It's just the
one
dice
d
plus minus
1d whatever -4.
4. I believe in me.
You busted. Okay.
Natural one.
All right.
You're just
Kitty,
screaming at the
kitty.
dude.
I just made this one. Probably screaming it, yeah.
Yeah,
Get off the
essentially,
fucking roof, what
Bruce
are you
is just like, hey, remember, like just airing out all your fucking dirty laundry out into the night air.
I'm trying.
He's trying his best. He's just a boy.
Do we hear this idiot screaming?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 100%, Clark. That gift. Good old Goonies. Hey, you guys.
you God.
But yeah, I'll. That's all I wanted to do to determine that. The rest will be on your guys' agency of how this conversation goes.
Lulu's gonna sigh when she hears just the shouting. The incompetent shouting.
My goal is to try to get him talking. That's my goal, but it's not working.
She had crawled back in bed at this point and then just flipped the blanket back over and
You
just
doing the thing where you
starts
pull the
going.
blanket up over your head.
Well, she'll go out. Not excited about it. Bedhead. And go towards the shouting.
Mm-hmm. You very easily find where your two companions are. Bruce
Numb on
looks
the
very
roof.
like, yeah, numb up on the roof, just kind of looks like a cat, just like.
Like I'm like tucking myself back and just like pulling myself in and just sitting there.
Being real
Like,
small.
Yep.
Small and high.
So Lulu's gonna go up to Bruce. You know, she's like up to his fucking hip at this point, but just like bat, like quit screaming. You're gonna wake
Bruce is
everyone
actually
up.
upset, pacing back and forth, grabbing his head like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what
You
to do.
stop screaming, because you're waking up the entire town.
Okay. I just want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you don't scream at somebody who's scared of you. Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Kind of just sits on the ground. Sorry.
Nom, do you hear me? I just saw you. Just saw you up there. Buddy, what did you see? You were having a bad
just gonna,
dream.
like-
What'd you see, buddy?
You're just gonna like briefly just kind of see him like pop over and like look
Just see the
and
top
like
of his
shake
head.
his head. The top of the head, just kind of look, shake it, and just like scoot back. It's like no, no.
I don't know what you saw, but we were all dead asleep.
Pops back over and dead, and then and scoot back.
And dead. We were dead? Peek back over.
Else? You gotta peek back over and who else?
What?
And he's gonna lean back over, like stay away from the water, and then just like slink in.
What's in the water?
Y'all were.
Were we dead in the water?
Presumably.
Were you alive?
Didn't get to the end of it.
And a what?
Whatever that was.
Your dream?
Yeah, yeah.
So you acknowledge that it was a dream.
Sure. Yeah, we can call it that.
Because we were in bed, we're alive, and you're on a roof.
Hmm?
So maybe we come off of the roof and go back to bed.
Yeah, not sleeping tonight. I'll see you
We
in the
still
morning.
come off the roof, maybe, because you are probably waking people up.
Waking people up.
And as Lulu says that, you do see a couple like lantern lights kind of flick on in different places.
As Bruce is having a panic attack, like, we can just go back to the room. You can lock the door if you want, or you can trade beds with me and sleep by the door. That's fine.
But we're good up here for now. So, and at this point, he's like pulling his like bed out of his bag, and he's like, and he's like setting up not even to sleep, but like putting it against the wall that's up there, and I'm leaning up against it and just like ready, just sitting there.
I'm good here.
Yeah, this is nice. This is great.
Well, if you ever decide that, you know, we're not actually dead and in the water, you can come down and join us. I'm going back to bed. So, you have fun with that, Bruce. You should also probably go to bed.
Come back. I'll bed.
Alright, well,
Hey.
I did my beauty sleep.
Meanwhile, back in the bunks.
All right. Everybody but
Right.
Numb crawls back into bed. Gets a more restful night's sleep.
But what time do I see people hustling and bustling?
A lot of folks are up around like 6:30, 7 o'clock, kind of when with sun up.
Sunrise-ish.
Yeah, there are some people like moving about. going into the farms and stuff. You see people start kind of like waking up and getting moving.
5:30.
You see Kent at 5:30.
Stepping outside, duster on, and like it just.
I guess at that point you'd see Numb kind of like feet over like sitting on the edge and just kicking his feet back and forth, like
Just wave.
and it just maybe like a head nod, like a yeah.
I pantomime like pour coffee.
I mean, you're close enough to like talk to him.
Yeah,
He's-
we're
he's
close
I'm
enough to
choosing.
talk.
He's clearly nonverbal, so I'm just sticking with that.
That's fair.
Kent can read him.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. You sleep all right up there? Wait,
No,
it's a
no
guard
sleep.
anymore.
No sleep.
Proper. Eh. If you need anything, let me know. Let me know when you're ready to come down. We can go look at around at stuff more in this town. That'll be good.
Num, you also notice throughout the night there are like guard shifts and stuff in the shacks and things. So it's not just a person watching it
Any,
all night.
I would say any. I guess I could ask: is there anything noticeable, like pattern-wise, of the rotations, how like the guards are moving about the place?
No, it's just kind of standard patrols. People just piddling, like on the building tops. Like it's just kind of people just hanging out, guarding.
Okay, so
Seems like
guarding.
seems like anywhere from 4 to 6 hour shifts. Like they don't all change at the same time. You see different people swapping on at different times. So you're assuming people have like, hey, you're on for this long.
Okay.
Well, I came out, had my morning cigarette. I'm gonna go make a pot of coffee. Realizing Clark does not have coffee on his character sheet, so we'll see. Attempt to find any in the room. If there isn't any, oh well. And just do normal morning routine, which for Kent is actually a lot of stretching. We'll like wake up, workout, but it's mostly just like calisthenics because he's. Oh god, I'm so like no, I'm not doing push-ups. Fuck that.
Or just
Another
stretch
thing
all
you
the arms
would
because you're an insect now.
Another thing you would have noticed, Num, is around like you would guess 3, somewhere in between 3 and 4 is when Sadie's kind of finally dies down, and you see the lights go out there as well. So some folks are night owls. But yeah, you can all wake up whenever you feel like it. But it's about butt crack of dawn at the moment. If everybody else is going to wake up a little bit later, I'll go to Kent.
Yeah, Bruce gonna wait for later.
Where are you going to get coffee, buddy?
Well,
You know, and the people like you know Evelyn's up right now.
Get like dressed. I don't have all of my gear on, like my gear.
Mm-hmm.
Just mostly like the clothes, like leaves the Kevlar vest, the Under Armour, and it has a gun and his knife on him, and just walks by. You know, Kent's relaxed because he is in a form of civilization, and it's early enough. Heads over towards sheriff's office after, I'd say, 20 minutes of like his morning stretches and stuff.
Mm-hmm. right. You make your way up in there. You can see you first run into Deputy Comforts.
Morning.
You see him drinking a cup of coffee. Figured you'd be up this early. Similar like. He just kind of like nods his head back at Evelyn's office.
Yeah, be heading in there. Also, where can a fella acquire some of that? Pointing at his cup, his mug.
Yeah. Evelyn's got.
Got it? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I go to the door and like crack it open a little bit, but knock knock.
Was wondering when you were gonna wake up.
I've been awake, just got ready and such.
Okie dokie. How far? You keeping a good distance, Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay. You will see him eventually go into the sheriff's building. If you would like to continue and follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slowly.
Well, so, hoping to see it get some of that bean juice.
As you say that, you can already see that there's a coffee mug sitting at the front of her desk.
Let's sit down and like pull a chair up, sit down in front of the desk with her.
Black, a little bit of salt, just a smidge of sugar, just the way I remember you liking it.
Appreciate it. I talked more with. Last night we talked a little more about the problem, and I think everybody's willing to join in on dealing with that Delta Queen. Such.
That's good to hear. We sure as hell could use the help.
You never seen him around here before?
Like I said, you know about as much as I do. I haven't had a chance to talk to Tinsdale yet, see if he knows anything, but I think they are unknown. Ethan, so there's Comfort's office first before Evelyn's office. So you walk up there. He recognizes you. Are you here to talk to Evelyn also?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion or bluff.
Seven for bluff.
Okay. Yep, you know where it's at. You see him kind of like filling out some paperwork, sipping his coffee. He just gestures you back to the door.
I glance.
Hmm?
As I'm like walking past him, I glance at the paperwork.
Looks more of similar stuff that he was working on the day before, or last night, rather. Just kind of charters and things and inventory, townsfolk. You do go ahead and give me a site-based cognition.
Eight.
You do notice on it there's like a list of the townsfolk that you guys had seen before, and you can see that two of the names are circled. You don't make out what the names are, but they're like circled in red. As you make your way back to the door. Go ahead, and if you're trying to be like sneaky listening in, give me a sneak in roll.
Freaking dice back out.
I mean, I've just been using the digital one since being in combat.
A 9.
Okay. And Clark, you can go ahead and roll a flat cognition.
Okay. It's just a 4. Hey Evelyn, is that boy Luke?
Yeah, what about him?
Is he related to this Tinsdale guy?
Nah.
Not ain't kidding.
Not by traditional means, no.
Fair enough.
As you guys are talking, you see Evelyn kind of like poke her nose like this, and then point behind you.
Reading her expression, it's not like, oh hey, danger. It's more just like,
Yeah, essentially, she's trying to let you know that somebody is outside the door.
give her I go like this, rubbing my chin to like hide the subtle nod. Yeah, what's this Tinsdale guy like? Anyway, I was looking to go meet him today.
Yeah, I had talked with him this morning a little bit. I was waking up. He plans on either coming to find you or if you find him, whichever comes first. He's good. He's good. One of them engineer types. He's been working on all the structural things here. Makes it so we got power. She kind of like gestures at the coffee machine that they have that she has in her office. Takes care of all the bits and bobs and makes sure everything's running good. But he's the one that helped me set this place up. Make sure everybody's got a place to live that ain't a hole in the ground.
That's good. Well, we'll be sticking around for a while and help you out with that.
Say you take care of y'all last night?
Yeah, they took care of us.
Good.
Sorry if you get any complaints or something. One of the fellows with us had some sort of bit of a freak out middle of the night. I think he was out making a ruckus or something.
Yeah, I heard your big friend yelling about something.
Yeah, so hopefully I don't know more of the details. I'm hoping it was just a ruckus. I don't think they caused any real damage or nothing. But
I don't think so either, because I would have heard about it otherwise.
yeah. Drink, take a big good drink of the coffee and kind of like lean forward on the desk a bit more and like try to go whisper this bit to her now that I have the heads up that somebody's listening at the door. Hey Evelyn. Also, do you want me to roll for this to see if I can hide this from
So it'll be cognition on
Okay.
Numb's part.
I'm a
Cognition
whisper.
hearing base.
I'm a whisper to her.
Mhm.
Hey Evelyn, while we're in town, if something kind of changes about like the waters or the plumbing or something around here and it's for the better, just know that was a good help. All right.
I don't think Brian understands what you're trying to convey, Clark.
Just that message. I will. Just if something changes around here after we leave, and it's for the better. Don't question it too much.
We've both seen Stranger Things. Gotcha. So I thought you might have met, but
No cookies for baby.
But yes, cookies for baby.
what
I'm
if
baby. I
yes?
want cookies.
I will say you get bits and pieces of that, Ethan. You hear something about the water, and if it changes, is what you catch.
There's just some strange things around there, and you've been sitting here. I've been having to haul my bony ass all around. Run into a few strange things. By the way, I'm gonna say it now, just like in the olden days. Neither one of us were too interested in California. Don't go to California.
Oh, no fucking shit. All of his fucking fell apart since then.
Yeah, and the shit that's filled up in the midst of it
Ain't good.
ain't good.
Ain't nothing good no more. Aside from waking up in the morning and having a fresh cup of Joe. That's pretty good. But
And even better with an old friend.
cheers to that. She'll go to clink your coffee mug with you. Also, I didn't know who's out there, but you know it's real rude to fucking eavesdrop on folk. Why don't you take a step in and make yourself known? As you see her reminiscing, having a good time, and then it's just straight to business, and then back to it again.
And I'm just you just see the door slowly swing open.
I'm assuming Num kind of pokes his head in.
Kind of foot first. Foot first, and then kind of slides into scene.
See, I was guessing it was gonna be that in reverse, just the slowly creep back away. Oh,
And
morning. I thought you said you didn't want any coffee.
I don't.
You sure? Got plenty.
Didn't get enough sleep last night in the first place. I don't need anything else to help keep me awake.
Fair enough. So do you got something interesting, or do you just wanted to eavesdrop on two old timers reminiscing and catching up?
Oh, but I do have a question.
I'll shoot.
What does a red circle around names mean?
Folks we ain't know where they at currently.
Luke did say something about the salvaging crew pair that didn't come back in last night.
Yeah, and that's ain't my business to talk about. That's actually something Tinsdale was gonna come find y'all about, depending on if you were copacetic in helping us in the first place.
Well, is you copacetic there, Num?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow? Okay. I was gonna say, if not, I can't make you do nothing. But I'd appreciate your help and your strong arm. I know the rest of the gang, as it were, forming to be, is looking to help.
You see the very faintest, barely detectable, like, crimp of a smile in the corner of her mouth. Well, boys, I got a bunch of shit that needs getting done. And while I do appreciate reminiscing, I got work to do.
All right.
And me too.
Feel free to go about the town, check everything out. I'm sure ain't nothing aside from Sadie's going on last night, so don't cause no trouble, won't be no trouble.
Of course. Finish a mug of coffee, place the cup down.
And I'm gonna be like walking behind Kent. Kent will not be behind me.
Fair enough. I assume you kind of like pin yourself up against the wall as he like walks past, and you're like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Kent just kind of like just shakes his head, just he is just choosing to chalk it up to this guy's weird and different, but okay.
He means well.
He wakes up
That
screaming and
is that
swinging.
wakes up screaming. We all got our stuff. Actually, Kent mutters that kind of like out loud to himself, like as they're walking, like we all got our stuff.
All right, you guys make your way out of the sheriff's office, out of the sheriff's building. Conversation and all that probably takes maybe like 20-30 minutes. Reminiscing and all that fun jazz.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the room and get the rest of my effects, and then we
Mhm.
can go walk about town if you're interested in them, or you can go walk if you don't want company.
When he starts walking back to the room, I'm just gonna like, kind of like, and just turn and just start walking towards the market.
Can I meet you there?
I'm just gonna throw my hands up like,
I guess.
Well, okay, you just let me know if you find anything interesting. It's-
like, kind of like throw his shoulders like, all right.
Kent is going into the full dude approach of like, give him his space. Clearly, that's all you need to do to let people solve their problems is just give them space and let
Oh,
them sort it out.
they're having a highly emotional response. Just give them space.
Give him, yeah, he's fully leaning into the full dude response of like, he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, and I will go back into my room and get the rest, like, get fully suited up because the duster was just mostly to hide the extra arms from the public.
Some other information that you would have gotten in your little conversation about
Yeah.
Rupert. Piece between like kind of what Luke's told you and then talking with Evelyn a little bit more. Before the war, he was a civil engineer for the Confederacy. He worked on anything from building bridges to building actual buildings. He likes tinkering, as you said before. And that's why he's just kind of been a godsend in this sense, because you know everything's fucking underwater and crumbling. So this is his forte. You also do know that he is intrigued by like junker tech, but he doesn't really put much stock into it.
Yeah. Okay.
And while Luke is not like kin as you had asked, like he is also
Very
getting up
close.
there in years, and he's essentially his successor. So he's hoping that like he'll be able to do his job when the time comes.
Yeah. So it still has like a bit of that paternal energy and vibe. All right. But I will go back. I will take the time to put on my Under Armour, my Kevlar, get all my effects in order, make sure the bag's packed up. So that way it's like when it's time to go, Kent's ready to go. Just-
Yeah, yes, Kathy. To answer your question, sorry.
And just generally waiting to see if anybody else wakes up before going about anywhere else.
I would roll below a 17.
As long as it's not higher than the.
It was higher.
It was higher. Okay.
Oh,
Give me a second. I have to go grab a book.
I used to go grab a book.
Junker Tech arms.
yay.
It's for the
I'm gonna be like-
listeners, generally for constantly active junker tech, there's a reliability check. When the items are built, they have a certain level of durability, basically stability. And if you roll a
Both of
d20
those
and it's
things.
higher than that number, something funky happens. And it could be
here's-
anything from it twitching
What?
to it exploding. So
What did you? How far above the?
I got a 19.
Because I think
the durability,
yours
the
is a
stability is 17.
17.
So 2
yeah,
lower.
that's what. Okay, instability table.
Kent's gonna be waiting to see if anybody wakes up, and then it's gonna be this arm just.
The arm is just punching Lulu in the face.
Pop, pop.
Like, way to solidify, just, you know.
It's fucking numbskull's like, I can see the future. Yeah, I'm gonna let the night terror, sleepless crackhead, see-through man go about just wander unattended.
I'm in danger.
I'm in the room with you. I might be in danger too. I've never seen any junker tech unreliability go off yet.
I suppose usually when Brian makes it, it has a very, very high reliability, like 22. So you only fail if you get a nat 20. This one's
did you
below a
roll?
20, so the possibility is a bit higher.
Yeah, and those also usually cost an arm and a leg.
Haha, you're so fucking funny.
What did you roll, by the way?
I rolled a 19.
The old Kathy luck.
Yep. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
That's the bag there. Okay, that makes more sense.
It's gonna be like 4 rolls and I explode and have to make a new character.
Lulu's gonna be there asleep. Kent's like, I wonder when people are gonna wake up. And then I hear instant kill mode activated. The what now? I'll watch it be something just like loud thrumming and humming, and I'm like, huh?
Strangles Kent. Well, luckily, it is a very pathetically weak arm. Unfortunately, Kent is also pathetically weak, so...
I'm old. My bones hurt.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 for me,
Here,
Kathy.
let me throw some tense music on first. There we go. Read D20?
It's just gonna.
And then add the number you missed. The
8
TM
plus
value, I
2
think
is 10.
It's gonna explode and mutate me more.
Might mutate me more. Not that I have any mutations.
Well, you know, if you're at 0 and it goes to 1, that's technically more.
Kent's gonna go, good morning, and then the arm's just gonna fucking wig out.
It fucking ejects itself.
It might, or it might just fall apart entirely.
Yeah,
Just
that'd be a
turn to dust.
That'd be a
Goes
terrifying.
right back to sleep. Spazzes out and punches him as he's walking through the door.
Be a terrifying thing to wake. fucking Numb's like, I guess I'll come back to the room, and the arms fucking popped off, and the fingers are making it skitter across the floor.
Okay.
Alright, baby, what happens?
You got, oh yeah, exclamation points, which is better than what I rolled. So the tech spirit slips, but then recovers. Once it is settled back in, it finds a more efficient way to route power through the device. Drain for one of the powers has been reduced by 1.
Oh shit.
So you can go through the smec that I gave you and reduce the drain on one of them by 1. I don't think that'll really help you too terribly much. You could I would probably put it on the med pack.
Yeah. 26 per heal, so 25 per heal.
Yeah.
Which doesn't, I don't think, give it any more uses, but
No.
that's okay.
'Cause
I'll
I
take it.
thought-
So,
that
so what is
thing-
what happens physically?
So like
Does
as
the
you're
one
waking
notice?
up, like you get yeah, because it stops working for a short amount of time. Like you go to like move and stuff, and it's like
Fully
and it
powers
just kind
down.
of, like goes limp, and then it like you just hear like a kind of like shaky sputtering, and it's just like and it powers back on.
She's staring at it like waiting for something bad to happen.
Yeah, like you don't know any of that happened, but
But just
Like-
just that it went dead and then started back up, so she's just like,
mm,
"Do you
Y'all
good,
good over
fam?
there?"
Are you good?" Yeah, my arm didn't want to wake up. The metal one doesn't usually go to sleep.
No. Sorry, I'm just remembering an old saying of if you try to unplugging it, plugging it back in.
I think it just did it to itself.
yeah. For the player's knowledge, what I rolled is that a gun spirit can take over your body.
No, 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 no. I already got issues. No.
We don't know this. Brian, why would you share that?
I learned it from a Bria Iyengar. What you didn't see. That's what I didn't see.
What? Don't burden me with that knowledge. Okay. Well, here. Test all your fingies out. Each one.
The 3 fingies just.
Give us a dexterity check.
Oh, sorry. It
You
looks
know,
like the
I
first
never.
one's not quite
When
working.
there's 3, I don't know how.
Oh,
Because
no.
this one's clearly a thumb.
Oh, sorry. Should I do this one?
Which one is the?
Back.
And about this time, like, if you guys want to wake up, you can. Like, the junker arm definitely does make some like banging, clanging kind of noises. Like it's not just a silent thing.
Ugh.
It's fine.
Sorry, my arm fell asleep. This one. Waves to metal run.
She slept on it funny.
Is that something that happens often?
No.
DT, something that you would be aware of is just like Junker Tech as the moniker of the name. It is made of junk and is sometimes unreliable. Sometimes can do fantastic, ridiculous things, but also sometimes it just won't. So it's pretty commonplace for Junker gear.
Waggle, waggle, waggle.
Okay.
Is it working all right now?
Yeah, it just like shut down for a little bit. It's good, I think. Seems to be.
Okay, that's pretty mild compared to some of the stuff I've heard of.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a ticking time bomb, but it's either that or I don't have an arm, so I'll
Oh.
take it.
Oh, okay. Good.
By the way, Kent's like got his armor back on, and he's like his second set of arms. He's really like stretching and like doing this with them.
All of them.
He's doing that with mostly the second ones because he has to tuck them, and they have to stay like curled up. So he's stretching, getting them limber as he can.
Yeah.
Saw Num. He came down. He must have slept all night up top.
Okay.
He's down. He didn't sound like he slept any, but he's awake and just,
He didn't want to
I
come off
guess,
the roof.
normal by the metric he has set for us in the whole one day we've known him.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he is off in the he headed off the market way. A little extra jumpy, I'd say, but he's up, awake, and moving around and talking.
I'm gonna start getting all my dressed and everything.
Evelyn was saying how oh wow, I just forgot his name. Guy that runs the recycling that Luke works for.
Tinsdale.
Mr. Tinsdale's interested in meeting up with us at some point.
Maybe we leave Nelm out of the conversation. Unless he decides to calm down.
He said maybe a day or so he'd be a bit more copacetic.
Alright, so what are all of your plans? I see that Nub's gonna try to go do street performing in the marketplace. Like, what is your guys' agenda for the day?
Right now, Bruce's plan is basically stay with the group. We're gonna go talk to Tinsdale, we'll talk to him, and then go check on Num later.
Okay.
And not yell at him this time.
Hopefully.
With my big boy voice.
Not freaking out. Lulu might go see food processing situations, see if they've got like meat to deal with her particular issue.
Gotcha. Yeah, so places of interest for you guys. So you have the rooftop gardens, the rubble walls, the farm. And something Evelyn would have told you too is like generally the farm areas are off limits, but if you guys are willing to help, like you should be able to go check them out and check those places out.
Remind me, which living quarters were we?
The very northwest one.
Got it.
You have Town Hall, which has a couple different things there. It has the hospital essentially there. And then it also on the third floor has an actual working movie theater. Shady Sadie's, which you guys were at the previous night. And then there's Tinsdale's Scrapyard and Tinsdale's Workshop, which is where the recyclers in Tinsdale are out of, clearly.
Kent's kind of feeling all business a little bit today because he has a new goal in mind, and we'll go off to check on the meat situation. I was gonna go talk with Tinsdale whenever we got a chance. But I'll wait to do that with the full group. The other thing I was gonna see about is asking around to see if there's like, if we can't get Luke, or if we could get somebody with a bigger skiff of some sort or boat for getting us around and out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Just figuring out if there's somebody who would be willing to do that could help us, or if, just checking with Luke again. I just know Luke had the smaller boat.
Yeah, so that was kind of like not necessarily his personal boat, but the one that like a 2-man team would use to go out. Kind of gauging from that, you would assume that Tinsdale probably has a lot of like the real estate in the boat department, since he has most of his recyclers are like the scouts and whatnot for the town.
Um, otherwise, like just kind of checking out the place. The DT, you interested in looking at the hospital, seeing if they got supplies needed or supplies you would need, and just seeing how the conditions?
Yeah, actually, I am pretty interested in going over there and seeing how they're doing, or if they need anything, or what they got going
Yeah,
on.
it's like on the way. Like it's a central point.
Mm-hmm.
Before we like head out to go pull Lulu aside for a second.
Hmm.
Uh, whisper to her a bit, like, "Hey, do you have any plans to do any of your stuff here in town?
Wink.
In town, no.
Area that might affect the area?"
I mean,
If you don't have any plans yet, I understand. I just figured I'd ask.
plans, no. Obligations, maybe.
Okay. Similar to like what you've told me before.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Just figure I'd do a check-in.
Hopefully not in town.
All right.
All right. Well, you guys have your plans for the day. And we are about at that time, so I'm going to call it for tonight because it's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
So next session, we'll do the exploration of town and whatever comes with that.
I like the image of Numb is, had a night terror, couldn't sleep, so the way he relieves stress is he goes out street performing. So I'm just picturing like finding Numb just juggling in the street. Juggling, keeping a
100%.
smile on, but inside he's just like,
But thank you all for coming in and tuning in. Appreciate it a lot. Hope you had fun listening to these nerds roleplay their characters, get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
For the viewers, I'm gonna try to pace episodes where it'll be like either a hybrid of RP in combat or an RP like progressively as the story calls for it. But there will generally be combat every other session.
Combat heavy,
unless-
roleplay heavy, combat heavy.
Yeah. Especially because since everybody's still kind of new, we're getting our bearings back into the game. Combat takes a long time, and it's not always the most fun thing to watch, but it is a necessity.
As we're trying to figure out what the fuck our characters are.
I'm getting there with mine.
Yeah, and everybody's getting a feel for their characters, and that's okay. I think you all are doing great.
am old cowboy.
With 4 arms. I was not ready for that.
I was wondering. I was wondering when the reveal would come, and Kathy's like, "Well, hey, you want to show them?" I'm like, "Well, I guess."
It's like, wait, so we're sharing kind of.
I liked all of yours staring at Nem's tattoo like, this dude's fucking weird.
Bruce thinks he's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Bruce is like, I want to be you when I grow up. Nem's like, why? Why?
What a coincidence! I want to be me when I grow up too.
Wow, so much coming.
When you find out who that is, let me know. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks everybody for coming out and watching.
Sweet.
Having a lot of fun running this for everybody.
Yay.
Good times.
Next week is a maybe for Deadlands because we'll be
I'm already gonna say I'm gonna be too tired to run next week
because we have Ohio games. So
We're gonna
Yeah.
get back so late.
Yep.
So that will be either an art stream or no stream. We'll see. But next stream will be on Tuesday. Tuesday, Thursday. I think I might not stream Thursday. We'll see. Depends on what I have to get ready.
Either way, I don't
Yeah.
imagine there'll be too many gaps between games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, next stream is on Tuesday. We'll be doing some more art. Cassie's being a menace. Not raiding because there wasn't a whole lot of people on. But that was episode 3 of Tales of Deadlands, Hailing Heroes. So, looking forward to seeing y'all next time.
Yay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.